am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We win, we lose together. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We win, we lose together. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We win, we lose together. We rise, we fall together. Together we overcome. Together we can be stopped. We will reach those goals we set together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We will lose together. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. Chelsea, okay. We will lose together. Together we win. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We will lose together. Together we can be strong. We rise, we fall together.
Got him. We fucking got him. Got him. We fucking got him. Got him. We fucking got him.
Shout out everybody that's locked in. Big up to everybody. Hit the like button, subscribe, all of that. Yeah, man, Claudio Castagnoli and all that. Big up, my guys. Big up. Plenty to get into today. We took a little day off yesterday because we had to cope with being in the Conference League for a season, which is fucking mind-numbing, but at least it's an easy trophy to go and piss up. But yeah, plenty to get into. A lot of transfer news. A lot of managerial news. There's a lot of head loss. Right now, I'm just waiting for confirmation. We need confirmation. Is Maresca going to be the one that we get the here we go for? I'm not so sure yet. There's certain managers that haven't been ruled out just yet. And I know everyone in the chat was already telling me to check Dodgers, who brought up. Rahman was the last one to bring up. The Zerbi and Frank have not been fully ruled out. Of course they haven't. Honestly, we didn't even need Nizar to say that. Because there's been a lot of stuff like where I've been reading in between the lines. And that's the first thing I've noticed. Ornstein, first and foremost, was saying that, where was it? So he said, we are no longer considering Kieran McKenna, Maresca and Thomas Frank, the only known options remaining. Keywords, the only known options. It's not all done yet. Shout out to Saeed, saying you're getting mascara from Macworld Selfridges. You're getting poch. Don't be throwing stones in glass houses. Don't be throwing stones, brother. Because you never know. The whole house could go down. Shout out my G Saeed, though. I also saw with Fabrizio, he ruled out Ruben Amorim. And obviously Amorim was one of my preferred picks, and that's fine. It's a bit annoying that we're out of the list for him, but that's okay. He said we've never been in talks with Chelsea despite links. Also brought up a tweet earlier that said, where was it? There was another Amorim tweet from last night. So Amorim's not in talks with Chelsea despite links, as Chelsea want a manager who has worked in English football. McKenna also out the list and set to decide his future this week, with Brighton waiting on his final decision. Nobody has said the Zerbi. Yet. So as it stands right now, I think it's Maresca and the Zerbi. The two that we're looking at. For some reason, it's all being kept under wraps with the Zerbi. I've seen Madam try to talk about an NDA and everything. I don't get why there's an NDA. But it's either going to be him or Maresca. We have to accept facts that Maresca is basically the favourite right now. He's the favourite, and that's fine. Whatever. You can't ignore what's in front of your eyes. De Zerbi isn't ruled out yet. Thomas Frank also isn't ruled out, even though we would all prefer that he was ruled out. Thomas Frank is not ruled out yet. So it remains to be seen who the manager will be for next season. But it does look like it's going to be one of them two. I get it. Everyone's saying it's mascara, it's Maresca, it's all of that. And there's been talks. There's clearly an agreement between the manager and the club. I think we're in talks with Leicester now as we speak. But I don't think there's confirmation that it's him. From what I've heard, Winstanley wants... What's his name? He wants Maresca. Apparently, Clearlake are the ones that want De Zerbi. But Winstanley and De Zerbi don't get on. Fucking great. We have to deal with Winstanley and his fucking bollocks again. Pause. And that's been what our biggest problem is. Yet again, having a consortium with a group of fucking idiots in there is the difference maker, because it takes ages to get to any sort of conclusion. Brilliant. Another Pies tweet. Maresca thinks Chelsea squad is suited to his ideas of football, and he is super keen on this Chelsea project. Of course he is. Of course he is. It's a big step up. He gets to manage one of the biggest clubs in the world. He has a much better squad to deal with. Probably will get backed with certain signings and everything. Although I saw a quote from him as well where he was saying he don't even care too much about transfers, which I guess is a positive in itself too. I like a manager who will just deal with whatever he's got in front of him. That's one of the first things that had me interested in Sarri. Yeah, so he said on the 10th of May, he was asked about transfers on the 10th of May, and he said, no, I'm not asking for more control. I'm just asking to be able to do my job that I'm being paid for. No more than that. That sounds exactly like something that the board would like. So it's another reason why he's one of the favourites and why I've been linked with him from the start. But Maresca and De Zerbi being our two options, like that doesn't annoy me too tough because at least it's two possession-based managers. At least you're sticking with that. I'm not seeing a range of different managers that play a range of different styles like we saw when we got rid of Potter. So at least there's that. But it is a risky move. It is definitely a risky move. But keeping Poch would have been a risky move as well. We know exactly what our situation was. This is why our biggest problem was hiring Poch. Our biggest problem was sacking Tuchel. We have caused a butterfly effect of risky decisions. So, yeah, well done to Clearlake for that. Well done to Clearlake. That quote's getting twisted. I just watched the press. Have you got the exact quote? Have you got the exact quote? Prize, if you can find that, let me know, brother. Let me know. Big up to Ilya. Shout out to Ilya, my dog, saying I think Joe Shields wants Enzo. Also, he worked with him at Man City. Potentially. Let me see if there was anything with Shields and Maresca. Just dropped my mic. What a fucking idiot. Oh, speaking of, there is a Max tweet on this. So just bear with me quickly. That was a really good shout. So as reported 3 days ago, Joe Shields was asked about Maresca and put a good word in. Chelsea sporting directors were very impressed with Maresca's tactical knowledge and philosophy. Bowley liked an overseas coach, and Iqbali thought to like De Zerbi. Pressures on the sporting directors to get this right. Bowley wanted an overseas coach. Do you think maybe it's a case where Bowley wanted Amorim, Iqbali wants De Zerbi, and the sporting directors want Maresca? Fucking hell, bruv. We are never pulling in the same direction. We are never fucking pulling in the same direction. Shout out to Troops for the raid. Shout out to Troops. Big up Troops TV every single time. We are never pulling in the same direction. This is why our biggest problem is just having this fucking consortium. You can't get an agreement on anything. Everyone's like, no, I want this guy. I want this guy. Should we keep him? No, we should sack him. Should we sack him? No, we should keep him. Man, just put a fucking vote in or some shit. Or apparently Iqbali's meant to have the final decision anyway, so wheel through De Zerbi. Wheel through De Zerbi, man. Ugh, God knows. God knows. Like, I do think De Zerbi is still in with a shout, but I'm trying so hard not to inhale copium when it comes to him. That's why I'm accepting Maresca as our favourite. He is 100% the favourite right now. But is it a smokescreen? I don't know. I can't tell you that. All I'm saying is Fabrizio hasn't ruled out De Zerbi. Ornstein hasn't ruled out De Zerbi. It must be for some reason. It must be. Let me see. Is there anything else from Joe Shields? Just good relations with Shields. The CFC Blue News said Joe Shields' recommendation to the board and owners gave Enzo Maresca the nod over De Zerbi. I could imagine Joe Shields' word meaning a lot in terms of the sporting directors, only because he's not missed. He's not missed a lot in terms of players signings, in terms of managerial decisions, all of that. Well, actually, no, he hasn't even been involved in managerial decisions. Maybe that's part of the reason why his word might mean a little bit more. But I don't know. I don't know. Super negative, dude. I want to see you cry all season, and I'm sure you... Shut up. Shut up. Maresca's probably still better than Poch. Get in the bin, bruv. Get in the fucking bin. I knew it wouldn't take long before the Poch peggers got in here. Oh, I'm here to see you cry next season. Guess what? I'm not Maresca out if he joins. I'm not any manager out if he joins. I will let them cook. Even if, God forbid, we get Thomas Frank. Even if we get Thomas Frank, I will let him cook. And we will see what dishes he serves. Because I'm not going to be immediately manager out like some of you lot will be and some of you lot want me to be. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Let the managers cook and you will see what they do. They will dig their own graves or they will prove people wrong. It's as simple as that. At the end of the day, it's as simple as that. CFC Daily tweet. CFC Daily tweet. Oh, wait, my dumbass forgot to make it sub only as well. Good. So now anyone who's commenting, you're subbed, so you can't hate. Because you have a platform, you think you could chat nonsense. Yeah, you know what? But I admit when I'm wrong. I admit when I'm wrong. So what are we talking about? Yeah, he's the guy who got Palmer. He's the guy who got Lavia. Not too sure who else. Not too sure who else. Guys in the chat, let me know. So many clubs were interested in Maresca. Another English club in recent months asked about the situation. And yeah, I understand you hating. Like we constantly come and shop at you guys. I get it. I get it. Another English club in recent months asked about the situation, and Sevilla tried to appoint Maresca. Okay. Genuinely, I don't care who else is interested in him. Like, that don't really mean too much for me. What do you do for me? What do you do for my club? We will see. If it is even Enzo. You will eat your words in months and you will feel very stupid. Shut up, man. What if he balls out? What if he has us playing good football? Then what? Then what? Because if Maresca's a bum, he will prove that. He will prove that. And then, you know what you do? You go get another manager. And you keep doing it until you find the right coach. It's just, if you get this one wrong, them directors better be walking out of the fucking door with that manager. They need to be going first before him. So, yeah, both sides are a possibility. But man are acting like he's going to come in and flop immediately. They can fuck out of here with that weak mentality. You man are already trying to wish failure on the new manager just because you're bitter that Pochettino got sacked. Poch is shit. Poch is shit and he deserved to be sacked. If you're going to come here and you're going to cry and moan, I'm not saying you, Hassam, but if you're going to come here and you're going to cry and moan and say, I'm the manager out already, you're a dickhead. You're a dickhead. Let whatever manager we get the opportunity to cook. And if they're a bum, they will show it. They will show it. Why try wish failure on a manager when if a manager's not good enough, you will know. You will know very quickly. Unless you're like the Poch peggers and you just want to be blinded to it all. Say, you know what? Tell a lie. Like, for some people, you will know. For some people, you'll sniff copium all season and blame everybody else. So, some people. Yeah, and I'll drop you the link. I'll drop you the link. No stress. Easy. That's calm. So, Fabrizio said Chelsea are advancing in talks to appoint Enzo Maresca as the new head coach. Positive talks over the weekend. He's 100% keen and excited by the Chelsea project. No issues on Maresca's contract. It's already being discussed. Talks to follow with Leicester City over the €10 million compensation fee. So Maresca is basically in agreement from the sounds of it. And talks to follow soon with Leicester City. If the talks are to go through, then it really does seem like the Zerbi might not be in this. Because you're not going to start conversations with his club if you're not actually going to get this guy. So potentially, it might actually be him. But we have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. Shout out to Staffy. You will get independence. Don't worry. Shout out to Alhambra saying, let them pick. Actually, you know what? Let me get this Fabrizio tweet up before I do that. So, yeah, that's it. Chelsea and Enzo Maresca set to agree on contract terms. 2-year deal with option for a further season or a 3-year deal. This is the final detail being clarified, and I'm fine with that because if he flops the first season, you get rid of him. Simple as. Maresca already said yes to the Chelsea project. Up to the clubs now to agree on compensation. Still not done yet. We don't know if they've opened talks with Leicester. We don't know if they've started. Do they just have an agreement with Enzo and they have that in the bank in case the Zerbi goes through? We don't know. We don't know. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Big up to Alhambra saying let them pick who they want. Top 4 and Conference League minimum. Facts. If Maresca fails, directors have to go. Time for extreme accountability is here. No PR, no hiding. Facts. If Maresca flops, and if it's Maresca's fault, or if it's because he's not good enough for this job, directors piss off. Directors, to be honest, should have gone anyway. But we now have to suck it up and deal with them again for one more managerial route. So if you get it wrong now, before we even talk about the manager, and I will criticize the manager where criticism is deserved, but the main aim will be for those directors because that's another fuck up. Now I don't trust you with whoever we're bringing in. Now, like you've run out of any goodwill that you even had remaining. So we have to see. We have to see. The one thing, and I'm going to ask Ant when he comes on as well, is that from what I've read from Leicester fans, he is a very good possession coach. And finishing let him down a lot in the second half of last season, which, I mean, obviously, welcome to Chelsea and all of that. Finishing is going to hurt you a little bit here too. But that's also why the window is important. That's why we have to get that number 9 sorted. That's why Osimhen has to walk through the door. But we will talk about Osimhen later. We will talk about Osimhen later. There is still transfer news to get into as well on the show. So keep a lookout for that. But the biggest worry I have with Maresca, inexperience aside, is that I've heard he's very stubborn, which might hinder us in games that we struggle in. Will he have a plan B? What's his game management like? That's what I really want to know. And that's where my biggest concern would be with Maresca. What's his game management saying? If things aren't working in a game, can he change things up? I don't know. I don't know. But remains to be seen. Yeah, we need a goalkeeper anyway. Like, I hear it. Yeah, he wants a ball-playing centre-back. Okay, a goalkeeper. Go for it. Go for it. Fine. No, it does not mean Kepa has a second chance. No, get in the bin. Respectfully, get in the bin. Kepa does not deserve a second chance. I don't even want to see that brother at Cobham. Get Tyrannosaurus Kepa as far away from this football club as possible. What else is there? Big up to Ian saying Lukaku plus money, get Osimhen, please. We will come back to that, Ian. We will come back to that. But you are spitting. You are spitting. Big up to Cenac saying, yeah, the name ain't sexy, but damn, the people running their club really suck. Saving grace is these players are good enough to hit targets, but Maresca is a gamble. Yeah, that's it. It's a gamble. I'm not sure if it's the right move for us. I'm not as keen on it as I would be a De Zerbi or an Amorim, but I'm not going to act like it's doomed to fail from the start. Like, he has a style of play. He has considerable patterns. What's the game management saying? That's what I need to know. That's what I really need to know. But we'll see. Big up to Gio. Big up Gio saying, this will be the third strike for the sporting directors if this went south, and I refuse to believe that the owners will let them experiment for eternity. pressure is on. I think they've been doing okay. I think that not doing okay, but I think they've been saved by their player ID. I think that's been what's kept them in the job so far. The players were clearly good enough to get fourth in a trophy, and we didn't get that. It's just like, okay, so you've seen the player IDs work, but the manager ID doesn't work. Why are you still listening to them when it comes to managers? Why? That's my bigger problem. If we're really not getting the Zerbi because Winstanley can't get along with him, then that's a piss take. That is an absolute fucking piss take. How the fuck is it because Winstanley and him don't get along? Oh, he hurt my feelings. Oh, I don't really like him. I don't want to play with him. Man, he's actually he's actually Premier League proven. Do you know how much that works for a lot of this fan base? He's got a great structure, makes a lot of chances. Our defense would be better with him. What are we doing? But no, Winstanley don't get along with him. Oh, you said something mean to me. Fucking dickheads. Big up to 17 minutes. Saying if we get it wrong, we need to act quickly and not repeat what we did with Poch and take so long. You know we will, though. You know we will. That's the thing. Because number one, this consortium will never get to any agreement. Number two, they won't want to look bad and they won't want to look incompetent by sacking a manager mid-season. So, you know, whatever decision we make, we're going to stick with that manager for the rest of the season. He's not going anywhere. So, in terms of acting fast, that's not going to happen. What they will do is the same thing that they did with Poch. End of season meeting. End of season meeting. There will be an end of season meeting. That's why there's a 2-year deal. That's literally why it's a 2-year deal. You will show what you're worth in the first season. You will get the entire first season. And if you're not good enough, they'll bin you off after that. That's it. So he won't be sacked mid-season unless he literally has us in a relegation dogfight. Because if that's the case, then, like, you're justified. You're justified. Leicester are looking at Carlos Corberán. Who? I thought you were trolling me with that. Who is Carlos What? Carlos Corberán. Manages West Brom. Damn, they're going to call him a rat over there if he does that. I swear you lot have a rivalry. Okay, so he's managing West Brom. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I was going to make a joke and say, oh, but you're getting a championship manager. Big up, brother. Big up. Big up to Ian saying, I don't mind Maresca. I believe he'll have an exciting style of play for us. Also worked under the GOAT and apparently knows our team inside out. Apparently. Probably just saw that Poch got sacked and he's linked and just did a fuck ton of research into our team. It's probably it. Like, I'm not even being too moved by any of that. Like, I just know he plays possession football. When it doesn't work, it can apparently be boring at times, which will piss off some of the match-going fans. That he will 100% be getting the Sarri treatment, him and the Zerbi. But we'll see what he cooks if he joins us. We will see what he's cooked. Shout out to everybody that's in here. We got 1.1k in here. Big up to every single one of you. Hit that like button. There is 174 likes in here. There's over 1.1k in here. Do not be a Younes. Do not be a Younes. Be a Palmer. Smash that like. Oh. What else? Big up to Alexander saying Maresca plays better football than Poch. That's just it for me. Man, I've seen people in the chat saying, oh, you happy now? Oh, you happy now? You got what you wanted. You got Poch sacked. I hope you're fucking happy with whatever manager we bring in. I hope you're happy. Fuck you. Yeah, I am happy. Yeah, I am happy. Poch got sacked. And we're going to bring in a better manager. Like, I really, really would be surprised if we managed to downgrade on Poch. And I don't even think Thomas Frank is a downgrade on Pochettino. So, yes, I am happy. I need to stop asking me about that, bruv. Be it Maresca, be it De Zerbi, be it, there's not going to be McKenna, be it Frank. They're all better than Poch. They're all better than Poch. Facts! Facts, Rants. Style of play. Style of play. We'll make a lot of chances with him. My only real question with him is his game management. I don't know too much about that. That's it. Big up to you, Rant. Shout out, my G. Big up, brother. What else was everyone saying? Ilya. Big up to Ilya. Saying, have you ever thought it may be the other way around? De Zerbi doesn't want to work with Winstanley and De Zerbi is the baby. Food for thought. That's very interesting. That is very interesting. I had a feeling De Zerbi was interested in the Chelsea job. I'm sure sources were saying that. So if that is the case, then clearly it's not too much of a problem. But let me just double check my sources, because all I've seen is people say he's not out of the list. He's not fully ruled out. So Nizar said that. Frank and De Zerbi have favour with Chelsea owners and still in running. That's from Fraser Fletcher. Ben Jacobs is saying other candidates considered, although it's Ben Jacobs. Maresca top target ahead of De Zerbi from John Percy, The Telegraph. De Zerbi kept under wraps. That's from Felix Johnson. Is there anything else? Matt Hughes says he's a surprise candidate for the United job. I don't think that's a surprise. Of course, he'd be linked with the United job. Fraser Fletcher's saying De Zerbi's made it clear to the Chelsea hierarchy he'd like to take the reins at Stamford Bridge, but I mean, it's Fraser Fletcher, so I'm not too sure about that. Yeah, like, I don't know. I said De Zerbi wants the United job. He ain't trying to play Conference League. Hey, apparently Chelsea might not even be trying to play Conference League. We might back out of that. But I do think it's going to be either United or Chelsea for De Zerbi. So if we get Maresca, I guess we know where De Zerbi's going then. Because Ineos are tapped if they go for any of the other options over De Zerbi. They are fucking tapped. But I don't know. I can't rule out De Zerbi. I will say, Ilya, you made a very good point. It might be De Zerbi who don't want to work with Winstanley, but I feel like if that was the case, it's very easy to just say that and be like, "Yo, De Zerbi, we couldn't get an agreement with him. De Zerbi's done." You rule out De Zerbi if that happens, and we haven't ruled out De Zerbi. That's got to stand for something. It's got to stand for something at least. Big up to Soliman. Gifted 5 memberships again. Shout out to Soliman. W Soliman in the chat. If you got a membership off him, big up. Big up, my guys. And yeah, give him a little thanks. Luckhurst knows nothing. United decided to get rid of this manager in October. Ten Hag is finished. You man need to let it go. You man were going to get rid of Ten Hag in October. Fucking hell. Why did they let him last that long then? Why did they let him last that long? That's crazy if that's the case. Oh, yeah. I saw that protest. It was just Alex and Jacob and a few others. I mean, of course they weren't going to fucking protest. They're stupid. Although apparently, I did hear it get cancelled because there was some junior tournament at the bridge. Although you could easily just rearrange that. Do that on a Saturday. So it's probably bollocks. Yeah, we will see what happens, but I feel like we're going to get a managerial announcement or a here we go either tonight or tomorrow. I think it's going to be either tonight or tomorrow that we get an announcement. Because if it is Maresca, we should already be talking to Leicester. Apparently, Leicester are already looking at replacements. So there might be some leg room already on that. If it's De Zerbi, you man need to hurry up, bro. You man need to hurry the fuck up. New owners didn't get announced till Feb, bro. They knew they weren't keeping him. So you're saying the new owners already came in and they were like, look, we're not keeping this bum. We're finding somebody else. And they've just been on the lookout since. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, why'd you give this Wallad a membership? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking waffler. Big up, though. Shout out, Rants. Big up, my guy. That actually makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Fucking hell, man. Because that might quietly mean the Zerbi would have been on the books for United. It could have been well in advance. Fuck, I hope it is the Zerbi. I'm not against McKenna, but McKenna. I mean, Maresca. I'm not against it, but I'm not as keen on Maresca as I am on De Zerbi. But we'll see. Both are clear of Poch, though. Both are clear of Pochettino. So for all you Poch peggers, cry more, get your dinner, and cry even more after that. Dickheads. Every single one of you dickheads. Poch sucks, cry about it. Jacob Steinberg said Chelsea have asked for official permission to speak to Enzo Maresca. But, I mean, that's a little bit fucking late, innit? That's a little bit late. Sounds like we've already been talking to him, like... We're already set to agree on contract terms. McKenna to Brighton, Maresca to Chelsea, and I'm guessing De Zerbi to United. I hear it. I just hope it's more De Zerbi to Chelsea, McKenna to Brighton, and God knows who United get. Maybe you lot get Maresca. I don't know. I don't know. Fuck's sakes, man. Also, getting Europa League, maybe that might also have an impact too. Maybe. But we didn't deserve Europe anyway, so I'm not even that annoyed. Like, I was annoyed about United winning for the best part of an hour, and then I realized, hold on, in what world did we even deserve Europa anyway? We played like shits for 80% of the season. So it's not like we deserved it anyway. We barely deserve conference. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Go piss the Conference League. I don't care who you play in it, but you do not risk the Premier League for the Conference League. You give that all to the youth. You give that to them reserve players. Angelo Gabriel, this one's for you, mate. David Washington, this one's for you, mate. Who else? Gilchrist, if he's still here. This one's for you, mate. There you go. I want generational runs. Noni Madueke. I need you to have a generational Conference League run, my friend. Yeah, Strasbourg, it is what it is. I took us on match day 33 to get above Man United, and you think I'm going to complain that they got Europa? It's whatever, man. It's whatever. We didn't deserve it anyway. Big up to JS7 saying we need to wait till everything's confirmed. No need to be changing opinions on a daily basis. It's pointless. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. That's why I'm just saying I don't mind Enzo Maresca. I would rather De Zerbi. I would rather De Zerbi. But it's clear Amarim's gone. Hernes is gone. Michel Sanchez is gone. So 3 of the 4 that I wanted are already in the bin. Is what it is. Just no Thomas Frank, please. No Thomas Frank. Big up to Ilya saying just found out that Maresca also speaks Spanish fluently. Could also be good for our fetish of South American players. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. Although, like, likes of Esteval Willian, they speak Portuguese, no? So, I don't know with that. I don't know about that. People are saying Esteval will start. No, he will come in 2025 and he will be depth. He will be depth. Simple as. Yeah, Ray, these men are already forgetting the season. Oh, we should have kept Poch. We should have kept... For what? For what? So you can underachieve for another year? Oh, great. Like, the one thing I'll give these owners is at least they kept to their standards. At least. But your manager ID's fucking reeked. It's fucking stunk. And this whole consortium bullshit about waiting for 2025 names to agree on something before finally doing something is just, it's mind-numbing. It's why we're late to nearly every single decision. Every single decision. But we'll see. Amarim's out the list. And yeah, that's about it. Felix Johnson has also said we're looking to bring in Fabregas as an assistant manager. And the fact that it's an assistant manager means it's okay. I don't mind that. There was some guy. There was. I remember Hazard making a joke saying, "You should bring the guy from Como to manage Chelsea." No, 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 no. Assistant role. That's also for the group of fans who are in my DMs going, "Oh, Hazard rates Poch. Hazard rates Poch, but Carefree Lewis doesn't. But Carefree Lewis, yeah. He also wanted Fabregas to take over. So, do we want to run this? Is that the joke that we want to make? Oh, Legend says something, which means he's 100% correct on everything. Let's wheel back Lampard then. Let's get Lampard in charge. Clearly, what legends say always makes sense. So get Lampard in charge, get John Terry as assistant, get Fabregas in, all of that. We'll just have the whole team from 2013 take over. Fine. That's fine by me. Because that works perfectly. Also, why is Hazard going to talk shit about a guy who's managing him in 2 weeks at Soccer Aid? Why is he going to do that? Make for a very awkward situation. Plus, Pochettino might send him to do Gacon tests for 3 hours. And then he'll be out of that game and he won't even get to say goodbye to Chelsea. Okay. Silly. Fucking silly. But these Poch peggers are trying to cling on to anything right now. Anything. Now they're in my DM saying, "Oh, does this Enzo deal match up to your standards? Does Poch match up to my standards?" No. And I've had him for a year and he fucking stinks. He fucking sucks. So, again, what are we talking about? Choosing Enzo over Poch? No, you're washed, mate. You're washed, mate. Yeah, whatever, man. If you're picking Poch, you're washed. I want to talk about washed and Pochettino in the same sentence. What a contradiction. What a contradiction. I want to talk about washed and Pochettino. Figure that one out. Yeah, one for the culture, Injuries. It's peak. It is peak. But yeah, managerial news aside, let's go into transfer news. So, what's his name? Ian already hinted at it. He said, Lukaku plus money, get Osimhen, please. And it seems like Conte to Napoli is starting to really take some steam. Let me just get the tweets up. So this was the latest from Fabrizio. After President De Laurentiis' approval, Napoli lawyers and Conte's camp are working on key details of the contract in order to get the deal done. No signature plan for today, but they're working on the legal side and details, advancing to complete the agreement. This just means one thing, people. If Conte goes to Napoli, you already know. It means it's time for R9 to make another move. This time, I don't even want to see you go to Cobham, mate. I don't want to see you go to Cobham. Don't even want to see you in next season's training kit. Just fuck off. Just take that 1.5 hour train to Naples and you're good. Nicolo Shira has said Lukaku would like to return to work with Antonio Conte. They're in a very good relationship and Big Rom will return from Roma to Chelsea, but he's not in Chelsea's plans. If Conte signs for Napoli, the striker will become one of the main targets to replace Osimhen. Calcio Napoli have also said, according to agent and intermediary Gigi Lacomino, when Conte is appointed as Napoli manager, he will want the squad revamped with certain guarantees for the transfer market. This is currently Lukaku, who is currently desperate to leave Chelsea. We have tried to speak this into existence all season, and Conte might have just given us that Kevin De Bruyne assist. It looks like Lukaku is going to be the easiest make weight in the Osimhen transfer. So, what I expect to see is about 90 million or something Lukaku sent the other way. Maybe, just maybe, you see a Cobham grad go the other way. Or Cassidy. And I assume Osimhen walks through the door. That instantly strengthens our team before we even think about what the manager is. One of the biggest issues with Maresca was Leicester's finishing in the second half of the season. Osimhen should help us a lot more in terms of finishing. That and the fact that we already have better forwards. Dodgers, a style of football with Maresca achieved promotion to the Premier, with which Maresca achieved promotion to the Premier League has impressed the Chelsea hierarchy. Yeah, I figured. That's a bit more of a non-story, if anything. That's exactly why they're hiring him. If I knew nothing about Enzo and I just thought, why are they signing him? Got Leicester City promoted. Must have something to do with his style of play. Done. It's like, this is how easy it is for some journalists to write articles. They'll just figure out all the think pieces that's going on Twitter and put it into an article. Done. Finished. Done. Big up to Cenac saying picking between Poch and Maresca is like seeing two meth heads duke it out for a sandwich. More upset with the jackasses with the phone filming, which is the directors. That is a crazy super chat, brother. But I hear it. Who knows? Maresca's probably going to be better. He might be the more healthier crackhead. Yeah, Poch is just a crackhead. Maresca's the healthy crackhead. I think that's the better way of looking at it. But still, regardless, shout out to Cesaro. Big up Cesaro. Welcome to the Chelsea. But when Poch finishes higher with Leicester, you apologise to Poch. And say sorry to Mauricio Pochettino. What makes you think Leicester want that bum? What makes you think Leicester even want him? I doubt he even goes to Leicester. I doubt Leicester even show interest in him. They want to go from possession ball to fucking terrorism ball. Why are they going to do that? Come on, man. Let's think a little bit. Yeah, he's the functional crackhead. That's it. He's the guy who can go take a little bit of the pipe and everything and then go do his 9 to 5. And he's still going to be calm. So yeah, shout out the healthy crackhead. Oh, brother. Funny Steinberg tweet. What, from his official account? From his official account. In related news, I'm told that McKenna is increasingly likely to remain at Ipswich. Brighton have been after McKenna, but are now considering a return for Graham Potter. I said return of the boys gave everything, man. It's crazy. You could not deal with your failure. And where did that lead you? Back to me, blood. It's crazy. Although it is Jacob Steinberg, so again, not taking it too serious. Yeah, I saw the Fraser Fletcher tweet. I'm not too moved by it because, respectfully, Fraser Fletcher isn't a great source. What was it? He said, Enzo Maresca is Chelsea's next manager, done. Club's calm about compensation, and he is set to leave Leicester and be the new head coach at Stamford Bridge. Okay, yeah. He's also saying Maresca should be done by tonight, if possible. We might have a double stream. Very interesting. But yeah, again, not too moved. Well, not too shook. Man said, here we go. There's no here we go. Half the chat would be screaming it in that case. But yeah, we'll see what happens in terms of the whole Napoli and Osimhen situation. But I feel like Lukaku's going to do one of his top 3 best things for Chelsea and help push Osimhen through the door. Unless he decides to throw that move in the bin as well. Be like, no, I don't want to go to Napoli now. I'm done with Italy. I want to go. I want to go to France. I want to try something different. Fucking done. More news. Armando Broja. AS Monaco are considering Broja as a replacement for Ben Yedder, who is leaving Monaco this season. It's mad that they see Broja as the replacement, but fair enough. Fair enough. Shout out Northside for the raid. Big up to Northside. My guy, W Northside. Toxic and negative. You're being toxic and negative. Toxic and negative. Shout out Northside, my G. Big up. But yeah, considering Broja, cool. 20, 25 million, get that done, get him gone. Shout out Broja. Won't forget that goal against Wolves. And yeah, it's a shame about the ACL. It's a shame about the ACL. But peace. Peace. Tosin. Chelsea have made a late move to land Tosin. I still can't pronounce the brother's name. The Fulham centre-back. You all know the Fulham centre-back. Newcastle been leading Man United in the chase for the Fulham centre-back, but Chelsea have now entered the fray. I think, was his contract meant to be expiring? I think his contract was meant to be expiring. Yeah. Expires at the end of the season. Well, in a month. So the push for a free centre-back is still going. Again, it does look like Chalobah's going to get sold. And I think, Tosin's going to be the guy that we are trying to look for. But it's not just us. Newcastle are looking, Man United are looking. It really depends on this guy's preference. That's about it. Do you want to stay in London or do you want to go up north? I don't know too much about this brother. I know he's a good ball-playing centre-back, but I've heard a lot of bozo gene in him. So I can't get too overly gassed about this move either, but whatever. Whatever, man. There was some Poch news where United officials have had talks with the representatives of Frank and Poch as they continue to explore their options. This was from the Telegraph, but we already know Pochettino's been linked with him, so there's not real surprise there. Man said don't visit Nash. Yeah. You know, I'd just rather not butcher people's names. I need to learn how to say them before I do that. Review next week, aka this week, for Ten Hag. So we'll know United's situation very soon. We'll know Chelsea's situation very soon. Who knows? We might get that Maresca. Here we go tonight. And then the Zerbi definitely won't be coming to us. But again, not completely against him. Not completely against him. What man said, who? Cava tweet. Ain't that the guy from Sky Sports? What's he said? Maresca will become the new Chelsea head coach if compensation package can be agreed with Leicester. 8 million to 10 million. Personal terms also need to be agreed with Maresca. He wants a Chelsea job. Thank you for adding absolutely nothing to the Maresca situation. Thank you. Great. Okay, cool. Cool. Not too deep. Big up to Arta. Big up my guy saying Osimhen and Diogo Costa in and I'm content. Also, Mudryk, I expect movies in the Conference League next season. Big up. Facts! Mudryk, Madueke, Angelo Gabriel, Ugo Chukwu. Who else? I don't know, Petrovic, Washington. You, man. I want to see some things in the Conference League. I want to see liquid football. This is where you get your confidence up. Yeah, you know what? Sorry, David. The actual David. Get me Datro Fofana in the Conference League. I hear that. What a shout. Carney as well. Yep, Carney, this one's for you, my friend. Although you might actually get a better chance of Premier League minutes with this manager. Andre Santos. This is for you, my guys. This is for you. This Conference League, this competition, do not worry about the first team as taking your spot. This is where you earn your spot. This is where you make a name for yourself. And that's why, I'm not annoyed about being in the Conference League. Well, obviously, I'm annoyed a little bit. We should have got fourth, but The positive is we piss a competition. In my eyes, we should already have that one. And also, great experience for the youth, which is literally all I wanted. All I wanted was a European competition to throw to the youth players. If we couldn't get Champions League. Just, there you are. Conference League. No one has to complain about game time. No one has to complain about lack of minutes. I don't have to worry about lack of development for these players. There you are. There you are. Have that. Have the Conference League. You lot can go to Hogwarts away and go cook. Head over to Latvia, Estonia, Gibraltar, all of them spots. Wales, Ireland, everywhere. Up the Chelsea. Yeah, Emma, in my eyes already, we've won that competition. In my eyes, we've already won it. And like people will say, like, that's being overcome. Like, respectfully, it's the fucking Conference League. If we can't win that, scrubbed. We absolutely scrubbed. So I expect that to have already been won. We are fucking Chelsea. Like, please. If it's the Europa League, I'd give it a little bit more respect and be like, you still gotta go and do your business. But, like, Conference League, really? Toughest team in there is fucking Fiorentina. Like, come on. Come on. You think it should be. It should be. If we have any self-respect about us, it fucking should be a walk in the park, bro. It really should. Even Europa, I wouldn't speak about it like that. But Conference League, nah. Nah, don't even piss me off. Don't even piss me off. Like, the toughest teams already put in there are Real Betis, Fiorentina, and Lens. FC Heidenheim. Those are the only teams that are already qualified for the playoff rounds. Like, come on. Napoli? What? Napoli are in it? I don't see that. Are you sure Napoli made the competition? Napoli finished 10th. No, they're not even in it. They're not in it. Yeah, these men finished 10th. I think maybe... Is Lazio in there as well? I don't know. I don't know, but they're losing Sarri too. They're losing Sarri. I said Torino. How many Conference League spots do they even have? Because I'm looking on Wikipedia at the teams already qualified. And that's just it. Chelsea, Betis, Fiorentina, Heidenheim, and Lens are all in the playoff round. And the second qualifying round, I don't see any Italian teams. You got Istanbul, Başakşehir. I swear that's the one Sturridge or Demba Bar's at. Olympiacos, Athens, Maccabi, Dnipro -1. That's the final city. Wrocław. I think that's how you pronounce it. Wrocław. Warsaw, Puskás Academy, St. Patrick's Athletic, Astana, Riga, Transinvest. The slander names on that are going to be ridiculous. We got Monster. Shout out Monster. I can't pronounce that one. Ammonia. That sounds like a headache. Torpedo. In the first qualifying round, we have Torpedo. Crusaders. I can't pronounce half of these brothers. Sliema Wanderers. And yeah, like, guys, respectfully, you want me to take this competition seriously? Respectfully, guys, you want me to be serious about this competition? Like, in my mind, it is already won. Because let's have some shame. Let's remember what we are. Let's remember who we are. And also, we're about to get fucking Osimhen. Even in spite of all of this. On my life. Like, there is no excuse not to win this fucking shit competition. No excuse. So, I don't care. In my mind, we've already won a trophy next season because Chelsea have some shame. Have some shame. I'm not even getting into debates about the Conference League. Who are these teams? Who are they? I know like 4 of them. And I know them barely. Like some of these names, I feel like I'm being like, what is that? Marsalok. What is that? I said Noah. We got Noah's Ark. Shelbourne. I swear that was meant to be the lowest rated team on FIFA a year or two ago. That's the only reason why I know Shelbourne, because I played against my mate using them once. Progress. You got Trust the Progress FC. Cluj. Remember when they knocked out Man United out the UCL like a decade ago? Like, come on. Look, I couldn't give a shit. Couldn't give a shit, man. That trophy is won. Call me cocky, call me overconfident. Like, I'm just thinking, like, have some shame. Have some shame. Oh, Damien Duff manages them. Oh, jeez. Yeah, you know what? Let's get Shelbourne. Let's get Shelbourne. Come on. Max tweet. Is there a new Max tweet? Contrary to pre-existing and further inevitable reports, reliably told the Zerbi's camp was in contact with Chelsea, and he wanted an element of control over signings and also sales. Interesting to see what happens with Cucurella and Chilwell, as Maresca likes to invert a fullback. Oh, nice. Well, that should suit the Pochinners. That should suit the Pochinners. He'll invert fullbacks. We're all good. We're all good. So we're not going back to stage 1 of the process. Don't worry. We're going to invert the fullback. It's fine, guys. It's fine. Don't worry yourselves too much. Let me see if there's anything else from my source about this too. Nah, there's nothing. There's nothing. I saw Jem in the chat saying he's going to use fucking Johnny Minerals as Maresca slander if he flops. Which, by the way, is crazy. Which is fucking crazy. But I don't know if Max is hinting at the fact that he's not the favourite is because of the element of control. Which, if that's the case, it's annoying. But whatever. I guess it depends on the amount of control. Are you asking for specific players or are you just not fussed? I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Guess it looks like it might be Maresca after all. Great. Great. Whatever. He's not a terrible option. He's just not my ideal pick. He's not my ideal pick. How aren't you mad about Maresca? Because Maresca isn't shit. He's just not that proven. That's the real problem. We're not too sure on him. I'm sure on Zerbi. I'm not that sure on what's his name? Maresca. Fucking Maresca. Big up to Arta. Saying big up Trans Invest, my Lithuanian reps. Big up again. Shout out. Big up. I do hope we don't play them though, because the stuff the match going fans are going to chant when we play that team is probably going to get us a ban for a game or two. So I do hope we don't play them. We are 100% getting a home game ban or some bullshit. Big up to Nick. Big up to Nick saying love from St. Louis. Lewis needs to go to USA Summer Tour. At Atlanta, watch us play the best team in Mexico, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Great stadium, to be fair. Great stadium. Then the Notre Dame versus Celtic. Then Ohio State versus Madrid in front of 100K. Mourinho round 3. We're not getting Mourinho first off, my brother, but appreciate the donation. Shout to you, my guy. I do want to head to the US one time. I haven't been there. Well, I went when I was 1, but obviously that doesn't mean anything to me. I would like to go down to the US though. Like, I've never had the chance to experience what it's like there. Plus, the Cali. Oh, I need that good. Need that fucking good right now. Big up to Phantom of Many Topics, saying, Lewis, Chelsea lacks a Conference League trophy. It is one we do not have. I hear it, bro. Like, at least at the end of the season, we can chant, we've won it all. We've won it all. And we've actually have won it all. So, cool. Like, I'm not against being in the competition. I just would have rather been in the Champions League. But whatever, go piss that. We can end our trophy drought next season, and we had better end our trophy drought next season. And great. Like, that counts as a trophy. We add one more into the trophy list. So if Arsenal go trophyless, we still catch up to them even in our banter era. Up the Chelsea. Up the fucking Chelsea. Ornstein. We have an Ornstein tweet from Pies. McKenna expected to sign a long-term contract at Ipswich. Mad. So, everybody got used for a contract extension. Fair play, McKenna. I rate it. Man, he did so well with Ipswich. He managed to get United, Chelsea, Brighton, everybody involved just to quadruple his pay packet. Fair play, mate. Fair play. You go get your bag. Exactly, man. I can't be annoyed about that. Why be annoyed? It's a smart move. You are a king at Ipswich. Everyone loves you there. If you succeed next season and you have been playing good football in the Prem, more clubs are going to be interested in you next season. Your stock goes up and you can demand even more money because now you've quadrupled your wages. Brilliant move. Fair play to him. I must applaud you again. Very smart. So yeah, no issues there. But yeah, McKenna officially done. Fair play to the guy. And cool. Right, I'm gonna drop the link. So big up to everybody that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe, super chat if you want to guarantee your comment gets read out, and we will see what everybody's saying. Yeah, smash the likes for the 24-25 Conference League winners. No people say, oh, we're going to get... Don't say that you're going to get cooked if we get knocked out. Like, if we get knocked out, we are getting fried regardless. We are getting slow roasted regardless. They're going to fry us, they're going to overcook us, and then they're going to put us back in the oven afterwards. So I don't care. In my eyes, I already won that competition. Because again, shame is free. Shame is fucking free. Yeah, man. Oh, no. Anyway, I'm going to keep sending out super chats. I mean, not super chats. The link. Oh, shit. All right, cool. I got to do one thing quickly. There we go. Cenac, I only just got your Insta thing now, but one sec. And in fact, seeing as you're here, I'm just going to add you into the group chat. Just make it easier. Boom. Right, yeah, still got to send the link out to the Insta, guys. Oh shit, Emery re-signed. That's mad. That is crazy. Big up, my guys. Big up, people. What are we saying? Whoa, McKenna's out of the running. Zerbi may be out of the running. It might just be down to Maresca. It might just be down to Cesaro. What are we saying? What are we saying?
Has anything officially been announced?
Yeah,
Nothing's
not yet.
been announced except that I think we've concluded talks with Maresca from the sounds of things. I think we're moving on to sorting out the payout to Leicester City or the release clause. Not too sure, one or the other. The Zerbi's being kept really under wraps, but no one's said he's out of the running. It sounds like Clear Lake wants him, but he's had a falling out with Stanley. I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's weird, like, because it was only like a day or two ago that it looked like we were getting the Zerbi. So, like, does anyone really know what's going on?
Nah.
Not really.
And that's
Like,
why
it just looks like
just ignore the journalists.
Oh.
Just wait until a manager is announced.
That's why it's not concluding anything, but Maresca's the clear favourite now. Oh yeah, Ant wanted the link. Fuck, my bad.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna wait until a manager is announced. I'm not too bothered or fussed either way. We'll see.
Yeah.
You and me both, but like, if it is Maresca, what are your thoughts on that? Against it? Not too sure.
He's not.
How are you feeling?
Not my preference. It will show me that it will show me that they didn't get their first choice. However, I'm not just going to like dismiss Maresca. I probably have to do a bit more research on him, but like from what people will say about him, he's very good tactically, and he actually did a very good job in the championship last season for Leicester. So, like, we'll wait and see. Like, he fits the remit in terms of what they want, in terms of a coach. He doesn't fit into the experience, like Premier League experience and stuff like that. And also the stuff they were talking about, a manager that will come in and get top 4 next season, and win a trophy. Potentially he can do it, so long as we also improve on the squad. Like, we all know there are areas that we need to improve on in the first 11. We need a left back, we need a striker, we need at least one more center back. So I don't know. I'm like, we'll wait and see, but I'm not just gonna be like all negative and dismiss it straight away. I don't think that's fair. Like, I didn't want Poch, but I was still having an open mind when he first joined. I think the Poch outers, we should also have an open mind as well. Don't make Maresca's job even harder by having the whole fan base against him. That's not fair on him.
You don't jump from Championship to Chelsea and expect top 4 and win a trophy along with Europe. Then here is my argument against that. It's happened before. It's literally happened before. So, like, I'm not going to speak like it's out of the realm of possibility that Maresca could come in and we get top 4. As long as the squad and the tools are capable of it, you can do it.
Yeah.
It's just, you have to see if he's the guy. Like, if it's the Zerbi, I'm more confident. I won't act like it's a guarantee with him, but that's the expectation. We have to do it. The expectation's top 4. Our team was capable of top 4. Regardless of the manager, go and get it.
I don't think
now,
it's
whether
that
you
hard
blame him or not, if we don't make it, all has to come into the context of the season, and we don't know. We haven't even played a game yet. We don't even know our squad for next.
Guys, it's not that hard. Like, Leicester got to the FA Cup quarterfinals, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Leicester got to the FA Cup quarterfinals. We got to an FA Cup final with a favourable draw. We got to the FA Cup semi-final with a favourable draw. I don't think it'll be that difficult for us to at least challenge for top 4 and win a trophy. And we're also playing in the Conference League. We should win the Conference League. So winning a trophy and potentially finishing fourth or even fifth. That's not difficult. It's really not. If this guy is as talented of a coach as what it's being made out to be, then he can do that.
Yep.
So
shout out to Ant as well. Welcome to the channel. Link to Ant's channel is in the title. If you guys can't see it, refresh, and then you will see it. Everybody head over there and sub. What's your thoughts been over the last few days? Because I don't think any of us expected Maresca to Chelsea. And it's kind of fucked up your plans.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, I like Maresca and I wanted him to obviously be at Leicester this year, but I don't think he's ready for a club like Chelsea. It's like, it's a big jump, isn't it, from a newly promoted team to a team that expects to be top four and competing for trophies. It's like, I don't know. I want him to do well because I like what he's done at Leicester, and I'm grateful for the fact he's got a straight back up. And if he is to go, good luck to him. But it just, I don't know. It just seems, as much as I want him to do well, I just struggle to see it. But one thing that I would say is, like, there's a lot of players that you look at in that Chelsea team, and you think, like, if you compare it to Leicester's team this year, that will be able to do the roles that a lot of the players have been doing in the Leicester team, but to a higher level. So it's like, I don't think it's going to be sort of, I think he'll be very happy to work with the squad that you've got, and he'll get a lot out of those players. But it's interesting, you mentioned earlier, and I've been listening on and off to a lot of what you were saying about finishing has letting down a lot this season. It has, but he's the same man who persists with playing with Daka week after week after week after missing sitter after sitter after sitter. And it's like, and people go like, the thing is, it's not as if we don't have other options either. We've got Vardy, who's, I know he's 37 now, but he's got the best conversion rate in the Championship. Got Iheanacho, and then Tom Cannon, a young striker as well. So it's, but he persisted with playing with Daka week after week after week. So when
there's an element of stubbornness with him.
Yeah, proper. And it's like when Enzo's football's going well, like, it is fantastic. And it's, we beat Southampton, who obviously came up, was one of the other promoted teams. We beat them 5-0, not I think 2-3 weeks ago, where they literally couldn't get out of their own half. But on the other end of that, if you want to see sort of a negative side of Enzo's football, where you can keep getting picked off on the counter, and if you're not pressing well, then you look at our games against QPR, against Middlesbrough, where, like, they were just countering us time after time after time. And it's like, he doesn't change stuff in games. It's like, you will play the same way that you play from the first minute to the 90th minute.
See, that was the question I was actually going to ask you. How is he good at adjustments within the game? But that's actually very disheartening to hear.
But the thing is, like, and I think, I don't know if you guys are going to say I'm going to be unfair here. Leicester fans will be a lot more patient with him than Chelsea fans will be, and we've given him a lot more time. But there was a lot of frustration around, particularly when you look at our run-in when we lost, I think, to Plymouth and then Millwall back to back, and he just would not change anything. And it's like, I get that he's a young up-and-coming manager, and it sounds like I'm slagging him off here. I'm really not. I like a lot.
It's just pros and cons, honestly. It's fine.
Yeah. I like 90% of what he's done, and, like, I'm grateful for the fact that he's got us back to the Premier League. But it's like, if he doesn't get some sort of flexibility about him, he's going to get found out at a club like Chelsea.
Is he the sort of manager where, like, because it seems what you're, like, he relies so much on having a plan A. Like, he wants, so long as his plan, like, kind of like what Pep used to do, where it's all about having a plan A, and if plan A doesn't work, he doesn't really have any backup to rely on.
Yeah.
Is he kind of like that?
Yeah, that's him in a nutshell. And it's like, the thing is, plan A worked so much this season in the Championship because, like, we had a lot of Premier League quality players playing in the Championship, so they were a level above a lot of the opposition that we were playing. It's like Dewsbury Hall's one of those that, again, probably shouldn't have done a season in the Championship, or could have very easily got a Premier League move if he wanted to move on. Ricardo Pereira, like Wilfred Ndidi. You look across our squad, there's a lot of players that probably aren't top six quality, but they're definitely Premier League quality. So it's like, he has had, I don't want to say an easy job to do, because I think the turnaround from Brendan Rodgers, like, a lot of it was like rebuilding the mentality, rebuilding sort of the togetherness of the squad and the connection between the fans and the players and all of that side of it again. But he has had one of the best squads in the Championship and one of the best squads by some distance.
Okay, so good possession-based manager, not keen on his game management, seems a bit stubborn.
Shit.
Sounds like
I think
Arteta
the
to
people-
me.
That sounds like Poch.
A little bit, doesn't it?
Sounds
Nah,
like
Poch
Pep.
didn't even have a plan A. You've
Listen, bro,
upgraded
that
fair,
sounds
man.
like Arteta. It sounds like Pep.
No, but isn't that
Yeah.
De Zerbi too? Isn't that De Zerbi too? That's like
That is
De
De
Zerbi is
Zerbi
very
also.
stubborn.
To an extent, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're still favoring De Zerbi, but he doesn't change his play style. He doesn't make in-game adjustments as much. He's very possession based. It's De Zerbi in a sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've heard De Zerbi's got decent game management though. So I'm not too sure though. That's more what I've heard than what I've seen. I don't watch enough Brighton, but I'm just going to hope it's more of a tools thing. But even if it's a tools thing, it's a Championship, and they had much better players for the Championship level.
Yeah. The thing is, it's
with our current squad.
Maldini makes a fair point.
How
Most managers are stubborn to a point.
yeah.
Yeah, being stubborn is
So,
not necessarily a
I mean,
bad thing.
he's not even
With
too wrong on
Chelsea's
that
current
one.
squad, how do you think he will set us up?
I don't know, but like some of the bits and pieces I've seen on Twitter today, it's like if Enzo Fernandez gets anywhere near as much as the ball as Harry Winks has got this year in terms of like time on the ball and like ability to pick passes out, you're going to create chances. Because I just think Enzo Fernandez is, I think he's almost gone like he went from a point where like no one sort of like I don't know how to explain it, where like he was like right up here. And now he's sort of no one seems to be rating him at all. But I think you give Enzo Fernandez the amount of time on the ball that Harry Winks has had this season, you'll absolutely do well. I've seen this Harry Winks quote. Like, whilst I don't think Harry Winks is lying, he's also not going to come out and say he doesn't rate the manager, the only manager who was going to give him a club.
But he did say the best he's worked for.
Yeah. It's one of those you're always
something. Work with Mourinho, Conte, Poch.
Yeah, I'll take it with a pinch of salt because I'll be interested to see if he says anything about Carlos Corberan if he comes into our manager, because he could be saying the same thing about him in about 2-3 months.
Hey,
Potentially.
I
I'm
do
just
have
thinking
another
he didn't have
question.
to say the best.
No,
No, go on, Steve. Like I was done anyway.
No, I was just gonna ask, how is Maresca with the youth? Did he ever? I know like Cassidy was with you guys and he played him a lot, but did he give other young players time and game time at least, and let them express themselves as well with Leicester last season?
Yeah, a lot of young players. So Abdul Fatawu, he's played pretty much every game. Well, I say every game, about 90% of our games. You look, obviously, Dewsbury Hall's not particularly an old player either. McAteer's started to break through this year. So there's a lot of young players that he's given me opportunities to. And it's interesting looking at Chelsea. When he was Man City youth coach, two of the players that he's worked with is Cole Palmer and Lavia. So he's got those two there, and then obviously very keen on Cassidy as well. So it's one. The reason I feel most disappointed about this is because it was sold as like this long-term project and like the team's going to grow with him. I don't begrudge him moving to Chelsea because it is obviously a step up. But the whole thing was he was going to build a young team. And I thought if it went well, eventually he probably would go to a Big Six club. But it's the fact it's happened after 1 year is why I'm like, I struggle to gauge how good a manager is with young players when you've only seen sort of one season of him, because it's like, those players, I'm not sure if they were Enzo's signings or if they were the club's signings.
Okay.
Okay.
enough.
Yeah. But I don't. Yeah, this is why I don't feel.
I mean,
keen
based
on,
off
well,
of
I
what
don't feel
you,
super keen on
yeah,
it.
based off of what you said, though, I'm a little bit more fearful considering our center back options for next season, because I was watching. I mean, look, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that I've seen this brother do anything, but you know, over the past couple days, past couple hours, been doing a little bit more research, right? And that brother plays a high fucking line, dog. He plays a high line. And
he does, and it's regardless of the centre backs. We've done it with Vestergaard, Callum Doyle, and Wout Faes this year, who are like
Right.
Three very good players on the ball, but are like as slow as it comes. So
Right.
this is what I mean. He's stubborn, regardless of who you're playing. He will play the same way.
And he asks a lot out of those center backs, and I don't know if we're going to, if our players specifically are
I don't
going
know.
to be able
Cole's
to
rapid.
maintain.
Thaddeus Shields got a bit of pace about him.
No. It's not about that. I'm saying, like, so you know us, man. We just love giving the opposition the fucking ball. You know, it's one of our greatest abilities as a team to absolutely shit the bed and give the team every opportunity, you know, to do some damage against us. So my worry is them counterattacks that we were having a little conversation about just a second ago. Yeah, those are going to be hitting like crack if we're not going to be able to get those passing adjusted. And again, that's probably going to be something that he's going to have an ability to, you know, improve with the team. But that's a gaping like deficit. You get what I mean? Like it's something that teams are going to attack us with. And if you're telling me that this guy isn't good at like changing it up, like switching it up mid game, we might be in for a long one.
But even with like Poch though, towards the end of the season when we were moving Cucurella into midfield, like it was actually a little more compact, like with the inverted fullback. And we weren't as susceptible to counters as we were throughout most of the season. Plus, we'll have I don't believe we're gonna be, you know, doing GAC tests the day before games with fucking
Or 11v11
like we were doing. Exactly.
Yeah, I would love to.
We're not going to be watching
you.
the NBA finals.
I would love to agree with you, but I mean,
weeks.
we could go back to the most recent games where Cucurella was in retain, and we were still giving the ball away. How many times did Chalobah have to come in for a last-ditch tackle? How many times did Chalobah have to come in after the ball was absolutely just deserted? You feel me? So
yeah, I mean, but that's just
I've
as far as the league adjusting to just that simple thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, of
like,
course, you're always
going
to have
master
adjustments.
classes and like all the stuff that he was talking about. And in theory, it sounds good and everything. But when you talk about the players that we have, right? When you look at that midfield for next season, we're talking about, get rid of Connor and put Enzo in the middle. We're talking about Enzo, Caicedo, and an inverting Cuckoo, right? So already we're probably going to be working with a less physical midfield to throw on.
You also will have Lavia. You also have Ugochukwu. You also have possibly Santos. We don't know yet. Like, I mean,
we're talking about the.
We don't necessarily have to insert Cuckoo.
We're talking about the.
We don't necessarily have to because it seems like he does. Like, I mean, he'll work with a 4-3-3 also. So, like, I mean, of course, we'll kind of sacrifice a little bit of like scoring prowess if we go with Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo. You know, but at the same time, you know, like I'm sorry, I don't know your name in the red shirt, but I'm sorry. Oh, nice to meet you, man. And you know, just you know, if Enzo gets more time on the ball, he'll be able to at least Enzo is proven to like get the ball to the right person if he has time and space. So. I mean, there's going to be, you know, gives and takes with this type of thing with any manager, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, even in a 4-3-3, I still think it's going to be Connor. I mean, not Connor. I still think it's going to be Caicedo and Enzo in a double pivot. I'm not going to lie to you. I think this season. Again, it's hard to say this without actually having seen Lavia all season, but I think we all have seen that.
Am I lagging?
With the three
No, I think Dag lagged out. You still there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, okay, all good. We didn't hear
what was the last
said.
thing I said? What was the last thing y'all heard?
What was it? Something about Caicedo and Enzo.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know how. I feel like we've all seen that Enzo doesn't necessarily work in like a 10 role. So I don't know how we're going to be able to get the three of Caicedo, Enzo, and what's his name, Lavia, at the same time. I don't know.
Lavia is a 6 and like Caicedo and Enzo is 8s.
Again, I don't know how that works because does that mean when we're in possession that we're having Enzo go up? Because we saw how that doesn't necessarily work this season. And if you're having
it could be either or, to be honest, because Caicedo can push up a little bit more too. And when you got Lavia at the back, there's more license for him.
Yeah, exactly. And Lavia is more of a 6 anyway, as far as so he'll be the.
I don't know how that would work with the fullbacks. Like at that stage, what are you doing with the fullbacks? Are you pushing both of them up, or?
Well, potentially, like
you can build up the right hand side and utilize James.
Yeah, and also like we still don't know who we're going to be bringing in to come in on the left hand side. Like we hear a lot of stuff about this kid Laco from Brest in France that we're really looking at, and he seems like from what all the comparisons and the scouts they see him as like an Alphonso Davies type, where he's really good on the ball, okay crosser, but like kind of in that Gusto mold as far as like defending 1v1. He's really good, but he does guess a lot. I feel like we don't know.
Sorry, boss. We're getting a little confused here in the comments. If you have 3 in the midfield, inverting one of your fullbacks doesn't really make sense.
Oh, you're talking to me?
No. I was talking to the comments because they're talking about how we're still going to have 3 in the midfield and then we're going to have an inverted fullback. That doesn't necessarily work.
What's the question for Ant? Yeah, would be, does he play with a 10?
No, not really.
That's what I mean. Because if you look at his master classes, it looks like he's playing with a 10.
He plays with two 8s, but one of them will. Well, I say one of them. At times, both will get really far forward, but it's more of an 8 than a 10.
Okay.
I could imagine that because you would be dominating possession in most games.
Yeah. The thing is something that because I know you sort of take Cole Palmer out of this, but in terms of your midfielders, they haven't scored a huge amount this season, but you look at like, and Enzo Maresca has talked about this a lot in press conferences as well, like encouraging Dewsbury Hall, encouraging whether it is being Cassidy and Didi, whoever it is, to be making runs into the box, to be scoring from midfield as well. So, like, I think that could be something that with the squad you've got could work quite well.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to keep a bit of an open mind on this. It's just more what you said is game management being an issue that worries me.
This brother's gonna love Connor, isn't he? He's gonna.
He ain't gonna be here anyway.
Connor, man,
he's gonna be here.
Don't worry about that.
Connor is
because
man.
I'm assuming one of the stipulations once again was that he's not gonna have final say on decisions. So he's gonna know from the get-go that we're selling Connor. So he's not gonna love Connor because Connor's not gonna be here. That's part of the contract, right? And also the thing about high line. I'm sorry, but most of the teams nowadays with high possession have a high line because you're trying to congest everyone and bring, because that's how we go toe to toe with Pep's team, is because we do well in the counterattack and we do it quickly and we use Sterling and Jackson and Palmer because they're gonna have center back side. That's how we scored 4 goals against them and 1 goal against them in the second time, right? And that's what we created. And
CP, people forget we played a high line most of the season. But
the thing is, there's a high line and then there's standing on the halfway line, which he does.
Yeah.
Like, I think you can play a high line without standing on the halfway line each game, but it's one of those. I think you've got the players to do it much more than we have, which is, for me, the issue wasn't we were playing a high line. It's the issue that we didn't have the players to do it, but because it's his idea and his principles, he will not sort of move away from it, which is more sort of the point that I was trying to make, that like if he's got an idea and a philosophy, he will keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, like regardless if the players are there to do it or not.
Possible, but playing goalkeeper as well, right?
Dominate position with better players as well, ideally. So that should.
But then you say about better players, but I think the gap of quality that Leicester had compared to the rest of the Championship, compared to apart from maybe Leeds or Southampton, will be a bigger gap than the difference between Chelsea and sort of maybe the rest of, take away sort of the big six.
You know what? That's a really good point. I hear that.
Because everyone says about better players, but I think that like our squad was, there's probably in our starting 11 this year, there's 8 at least 8 players that are Premier League quality. So
yeah, you're not wrong on that. You're not wrong on that. That's why it was so easy for you guys in the Championship too. Fucking hell, couldn't we have just got the Zerbi and just save us all this fucking headache?
Thing is, I've made Maresca sound horrendous. I do really like Enzo Maresca, but
you haven't made him sound horrendous.
You're just being honest. You're just being honest.
I feel like you've amplified a bit more the concerns that I had in terms of like game management, in terms of is there a plan B, or can he get found out? And I don't know if that's a case of implementing a style of play and how long it takes for you to be able to do that. Maybe it's like with Sarri, where he needs a first season to fully implement a style of play on the team. But same way, it's not really the most ideal move. It's not really.
It's going to be a long summer. We can go ahead and review some like big games that he's had in the past year, especially like the games he's played against like some big clubs in the Prem. Those will be really good games to go back and watch, see how he reacts, see how he adjusts. That's what I plan to do this summer.
And I get your point with the center backs being in the halfway line, but I think that makes sense in him being in the same school of thought from Pep, right? Because he was under 18 coach, because that's what Pep does in a way too. You've seen so many games where Diaz and everyone are at the halfway line, so that's why it makes sense. I get your point of view about being scared of counterattacks, but in my mind, because he's under 18 coach with City, it makes sense to me in a sense. If you get what I mean. Yeah.
I mean, yes and no, but I mean, there's a lot more people than just Pep that do the whole highline thing. I mean, it's common sense. You know, if you want to go ahead and compress the field, you want to give the opponent less field to play with, you go ahead and, you use a high line. So I get the whole point. However, it's more so you look at the personnel when you're playing the high line. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when Jurgen Klopp was there with what's his name? When he was first there with fucking
Lovren.
Forgetting his name, the Croatian dude, the Skriniar and the other fuck.
Skirtle.
And Lovren. Yeah, that's it. Skirtle and Lovren. Right? He wasn't playing no fucking high line. But the second he got Van Dijk, the second he got Joe Gomez, the second he got some players, he said, okay, these are the players that can do it. Yeah. So I don't want a manager to come in like Brody's just said right over here. I don't want a manager to come in and say, "No, this is the way that I play. I don't care what type of players that I have. I'm gonna play this type of way." That's the worst kind of manager that we could bring in. You need to bring in a manager that's gonna look at the players that you have, then deduce what sort of play style to play with.
So that's why my thinking is fix the spine. Excuse me, fix the spine of this team and solidify it now. That's the main thing I would think of this summer. Like a goalkeeper, in my eyes, moves up a couple spots as far as important needs, because it seems like we're going to need a ball playing goalkeeper who also stops shots. That's why I've been screaming Diogo Costa from Porto. He's always been my number one option, and it looks like we might get Osimhen, but who knows? Some shit could happen. Lukaku could, wake up one morning and say, I'm feeling Saudi and fuck up our plans again. So
it wouldn't mess up. I don't think it would mess up our plans because even if Saudi came, they have to pay the release clause of basically 40 million pounds. It's 38 million, right? So we put in 90 million euros, 80 million pounds for Lukaku.
But it's the wages, though. They can pay more wages than any of the Italian clubs. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
No. I'm saying I'm fine with that. I'm fine with Saudi getting him because we're still going to get the money equivalent in a way anyways, right? Because the deal is 80 million pounds. 80 million pounds with Lukaku and a young kid. It's just the release clause is around 110 to 120, so we just pay 80 million pounds, and then the 38 million we get from Lukaku.
This to manage the team other than Leicester, didn't he? He didn't even last the season much.
I don't remember the other team he was at.
Palmer.
Yeah. He lasted 12 games.
Why did big up everyone? Why didn't the board go for why didn't they push you Thomas Frank?
Banter.
We heard
I don't even think they're properly pursuing Frank.
Have you ever seen the in-betweeners when they start smashing the flowers and they ask him, "Why are you smashing the flowers?" That's literally exactly the same as happening here.
Fucking hell, bro.
So where the fuck is
funny,
the Zerbi going?
That is fucking mad shit.
If it's not us, it's probably United.
Wait,
They already ruled him
United?
out, did they not?
Yeah, he's linked to United.
He is.
I swear they ruled him out.
I don't remember them ruling him
I would
out.
have wanted
He's still in the running.
Thomas Frank, you know.
Hold on, let me
I
not
thought
say
it would
swear.
have been.
It might have been
Was
somebody
Thomas
else.
Frank in for the United job as well?
Yeah, he's in there too. The United list is Frank, McKenna, Poch, Tuchel, and Zerbi.
You know what? If I was them, bruv, like that list is awful as well, bro. I don't know why
Haven't
anyone's
even
sacking their
officially
manager
fired.
at the moment. They might as well just get
It is.
Tuchel in. If not, mate, I'd probably just keep Ten Hag, mate.
Completely bought into the strategic vision of Stewart and Winstanley. Igbali
Why are
trusted
we
them
not
to
going
run
for
the
De
next.
Zerbi?
Well, apparently, according to Pies on his personal account, I'm guessing Zerbi wanted too much control over transfers.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
That Piers, he's been in one of my group chats. Anyone, you get kicked out if you put any of these tweets up.
Why?
Don't know. Apparently, he's not trusted. I ain't gonna name and shame.
He's just a news aggregator. All he does is just post news that other accounts have been putting out.
I know. It's the first I've ever heard of it. Like, I didn't really think much of it. I don't really go on Twitter too much.
It can't be because of his takes, because just because he said he weren't too sure about sacking Poch after being Poch out half the time. I mean, well done. You've done what 80% of this fan base has done anyway.
I don't know what he said or what he's done, but it was only up today. So I put one of his screenshots up today, and my mate.
My man, I just hate him because he's a big name. That's it. Or a big account. That's weird. But yeah, apparently,
bro.
What was that, Doug?
But I wouldn't be surprised to see bro at AC.
Apparently, bro is going to Monaco. Monaco's next.
Milan. What's his name?
Yo, Ants, bless for hopping on, man. Everybody sub to his channel. Link is in the title. Appreciate your time, mate. Take care.
Cheers,
Big up, Ant.
What, our striker, Amanda Broger's fucking off to Milan.
No, he's saying
he's linked to Monaco right now.
Bro is gonna go to Milan. He's talking about De Zerbi. He was saying bro's gonna go to
Milan. Oh, De Zerbi, yeah, he could go Milan.
Oh, yeah.
But
actually,
Milan have a new manager.
Fonseca. Aren't they getting Fonseca?
Fonseca. Yeah. That's it. That's who was supposed to be set to become the new Milan manager.
This ain't gonna be him either.
The little boss. So
those jobs got.
I really hope this is just a smoke screen and De Zerbi gets announced in an hour or two.
So
it
you
feels
guys
like
want
all these dudes done got fired and rehired within a week.
No, what's it in St. Louis? One of my pals put in a group chat, a Leicester fan put up saying he's happy to see the back of him, and my mate's just right back on Facebook saying why you say that, and he just was saying he's boring football, and he reckons that Leicester would have got promoted regardless. Like, didn't get promoted because of him. Like,
yeah, it's boring because it's possession football and it takes a bit of a time to implement. That's why he's going to get the Sarri treatment if he joins. We'll have some boring football and they'll all be Maresca out immediately, and I'm going to be like, well, where was your fucking Poch energy then? Where was that?
At least the games of Poch weren't boring. We might have
lost. Big up seeing that, man. Take care, bro. Bless up.
But we had some exciting games last season.
Yeah, but I mean, not for good reason.
Man United,
because we were shaky as fuck defensively.
Man United at home. Man City at home, Arsenal at home.
I can't lie, dog. I can't call Man United at home like a good game. I was fucking.
Yeah, that was not a good game.
I was fucking fuming, dog. There was no reason we should have lost that game.
Yeah, but it's like once everything.
Fuck excitement if we don't win.
Stressed out at the time, yeah.
Okay,
it's exciting because you're in the ground and that comes out.
Like this.
Yeah. Matt, what about Arsenal away? What about Arsenal away? That was exciting, right? That was exciting. Arsenal away. Arsenal away was exciting for us.
Stupid question.
Right, 5-0.
Didn't fucking enjoy it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You're saying exciting, man. I'm just saying I don't care about exciting if we're getting destroyed 5-0, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, but you have to remember we haven't lost a game since that game.
Since Arsenal.
Yeah.
But that was only 6 games ago. That was only 6 games ago, though. That was
doesn't matter, mate.
That was only 6 games ago.
Mate.
That's the thing.
Memory, mate.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I was saying. That's the 5-game run.
Goldfish vibes.
The 5.5 game run. So funny how much goes on behind the scenes in clubs briefing as if they're
Emery, new contract, 5-year deal.
telling me we're only now talking to him directly. Why and how on
Mate.
earth have we decided he's the one then? Through intermediaries?
No, through him saying that he doesn't care about who's coming in. He's just going to come coach the team, regardless of who they say they want there or not. And that's exactly what the club wants. They just want a yes.
I think maybe they wouldn't have spoken to the owners first before the directors.
Look,
Sorry, question, but
what
isn't
they
that
want is a hierarchy. No one can speak to Todd on that unless they speak to their men's below, like Winstanley and Stuart, whatever fucking that knobhead's called, or fucking the man's below them. Do you know what I mean? Everything's done on a proper system. There's going to be no connection to anything. Like, mate, it's just going to be a stupid little business, mate. We're done out, bro.
I just don't know who to believe in terms of these rumors.
No, we don't. It's just a gamble. It's the reason why I'm not kicking off too much about this new manager. I know the only thing I know is that he's got boring football. That's all I know. And he got smashed in Parma. But you never but what do I know, mate? I know, what do we know? We know nothing. The club's going to do what they're going to want to do. We're either going to hit luck and it's going to be all right, or we're going to be fucking screaming for the manager's head. And the worst thing, if you scream for the manager's head, Lewis, you're going to get 10 times more shit than anyone else.
Here's the thing. Because you even hear people say that about Pep sometimes, that the football's boring. But when you're winning, you just don't care.
Lewis badly. Lewis, no one needs this manager to work more than you. I can't even lie to you, bro.
No, like, bro, I'm not worried about if he fails and everyone's like, oh, you wish we kept Poch now, because no. Why the fuck would Poch be the answer?
No, mate, at this point.
Like, that's all just the Pochinners who already want the next manager to fail so they can feel vindicated about Poch, and they can all get fucked.
I was more than happy to keep Poch for how we finished the season off. But just by
I hear that, but the end of the season weren't enough for me.
Yeah, no,
I
fair.
thought they'll
This is
see
what
him
I'm
out.
saying. Anyone who spoke to him about your opinion of, but like, bro, I've been Poch out since.
I think he broke up. But yeah, like this is not about wanting the manager to win, to do well for my own good. It's for the team's good. I want the fucking team to do well.
I don't care, bro. Like, if he does shit next season, this is what people don't understand. If he does shit next season and he's the reason we don't get top forward, and he needs to leave then anyway. Like, it's the same response.
Fucking phone call.
Exactly.
I've been Poch out since Wolves at home. Right.
I hear it, but like to me, a 6-game run just wasn't enough for me to be like, oh, let's keep him.
It wasn't
Like,
6 games, it was 5.
Oh yeah. Sorry, 5.5. You got to remember that second half at Villa. That second half away at Villa, when he inverted the fullback.
No, if I'll be real, if you want to do that, then it's 5 games just straight up, because that first half against Forest was awful.
Oh, okay, yeah, you know what? We could take the second half against Bournemouth out of there too, to be honest. We'll do 4.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we're being frank, like, no pun intended, that run at the end of the season wasn't good enough. Do you know what's jokes, though? Is if we want to continue doing this, like, inverting fullback thing, which worked, then Enzo makes the most sense as a manager.
I'm not kicking off about it.
Yeah. Hey, Scott, speaking of this 5-game run at the end of the season, right? I did a stream with Steve on his channel a few days ago, and we went through Chelsea season as a whole. We went through all the games that we've played. This little purple patch, we've done it like 3 or 4 times this season, where we'll win like 3-4 games on the bounce.
Yeah, we ain't won 5 though, G. We ain't won 5.
Like, okay, good for you, Matthew. Anyway, we've done this little purple patch of games all season, but as a whole,
Matthew, sorry, mum.
Watched it deserve to keep the job, man. There's just no like people using their emotions to justify 5 games. He didn't deserve to keep his job. Let's just be real.
Yeah, he failed. And he just showed in the last 5 games that he could have got something more out of this squad, and he bowled it. It's typical. Bowled it.
Yeah, but I'm not angry about this. To be honest with you, I don't really care who they get in, as long as it's not someone absolutely ridiculous like David Moyes or a fucking Brendan Rodgers or someone ridiculous like that. Like, it is what it is, mate. Like, they're gonna get someone in. I'm gonna back them until they give me a reason not to, and then we'll just get someone else in, like we've been doing my whole entire life being a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know why everyone's acting like this is their first rodeo of managers, mate. We always sack managers.
Every big team does this. Legit, every big team does this.
Also, let's not get overhyped or underhyped during preseason, guys. Please.
No,
Preseason
man,
has.
never.
I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized from some of the past preseason.
You can win 9-0
Never
in our
again.
first game and sit back.
Yep, exactly.
Never again.
I ain't saying a damn
And
thing.
and even if we play bad, I'm not gonna think of anything until the season actually starts. I'm gonna wait.
Hey, I told you about the preseason.
Yeah, well, like we're in Conference League, so there's no reason not to win that trophy.
That's a bet.
Yeah, in my eyes, we've already won a trophy next season. The drought's going to end. Because they had fucking better.
And then if anyone says, "Oh, why are you celebrating that trophy?" And it's like, first of all, we've never won it before, so we're now officially the first club to win everything, even first one to beat Real Madrid.
Saying neutral prime.
You've all been saying how shit we were last season. We needed a competition.
What'd you say, bro?
Get us back and get our feet running. What are you moaning about now?
Oh,
We're conference worthy. We're not even good enough for the conference. We got the conference and we won it. Behave yourself and sit down. And now we might actually get in Europa if we have a shit season. Again.
No, fuck Europa. No. Fuck talk of Europa. I'm being so honest. That Conference League, the only reason I want to win it is because it's the Conference League and it's a trophy. Fuck getting into Europa. It's top 4 and nothing next season. Yeah. Like if we finish anything outside of top 4, it's a failure.
We are winning Conference League just off pride alone and self-respect.
Facts.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
That's
why I'm already calling the Conference League as one, because you had fucking better.
Bro, our French players will get to the final minimum, man. So like,
yeah, man, Noni, Madrid, Santos, this is for you.
I said this last season. If we get Conference League, which we now have done, I don't want to see Nkunku play till the final. You don't need Nkunku to win you the fucking Conference League. Respectfully.
Yeah.
Facts. The toughest team there will be Real Betis.
Bro, that Conference League is for Madueke, Mudryk, and
Enzo's staying, right?
I'm expecting
Santos, Leslie
in that competition.
I'm expecting
let all these men go play Conference League. Let's go win it.
That's it. Yarrow, if we get knocked out, talk to me then. Until then, we've won it in my eyes.
Bro, if we get knocked out,
I'll be so honest. If we get knocked out, everyone's holding smoke. I don't care. Everyone is holding smoke.
If we are knocked out of Conference League, that is strike 1. For everyone.
No, that's bro. That's almost final strike. Like I don't care. That competition should be so easy.
Scott, what happens after the final strike?
I can't lie. We get knocked out of that jump. I'm joining the band.
What happens after the final?
I'm joining everything. I'm joining everything.
No, you can't even fucking win conference. You joke, man.
No. Todd, you gotta go, bro. You gotta
especially
go.
As well. Especially
and also, don't you dare make a trophy parade when we win that.
Like it's especially considering next season.
You want a trophy parade, Lewis?
No. I'm saying don't you dare drop one.
No. Also, next season it should be easier with the Conference League because you haven't got teams from the Europa League dropping down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even if there was a Europa League team dropping down, we can still beat anyone.
First thing I'm doing is going straight to that news.
Right, like if there was,
say
for example, right, there might be a Europa League team, like, say for example, I don't know, like it's not happened, but you know, like a PSG or something, or like a big team in another top league drop down. I could understand losing to them. Like, for example, Liverpool in the Europa League this season, for example. Say we came up against a Liverpool type team, I could understand losing that game. I could understand, but we're not getting that. We're facing Lech Poznan and fucking Northern Irish teams. I expect us to win that. Anything less than winning.
Those Northern Irish teams are meaty, man. So
and there's only been one. It's only been two. It's only been fucking Tottenham to an eye to bottle it as well. They bottled the Conference League.
There it is. So the toughest teams are Fiorentina, Heidenheim, Betis, and Lons.
That's it, Heidenheim. Heidenheim got 8.
They just got promoted last season.
Oh, so we're playing the Asgardian team. Oh, let's go.
And then you look further down, like who the fuck are these lot?
Lewis, you going to any of the away days for them?
Scroll up a little bit. I just want to see, like, the hardest team we're going to face, like you said, is Real Betis.
St. Patrick's Athletic. Let's go. Let's go. Derry City. Let's go.
Yeah, depending on the away. Yo, if we get an Irish away, I'll pull up to that. That'll be
man,
sick.
you guys. Hey,
so will I. If someone can get me tickets, I'll pull up to that.
Wait until Chelsea
Yeah,
face
we'll
that
find
St.
that.
Patrick's Athletic low block, man. Anyway.
When we get done by Damien Duff and Shelbourne. Oh dear.
You
Duff
think,
versus Maresca,
Chelsea?
we will
You
be
think
there.
Chelsea can come to Ireland and Reece James won't get injured, man? Hey, that's my
I'm
hope.
looking at I'm looking at some of these teams as well, and just in the second qualifying round. Fuck me.
Sorry,
Fuck
Lewis.
me.
How was
They
the
expect me
protest
to take
yesterday?
this
Big.
What
How was the
protest?
protest yesterday? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The
Yeah, what
protest that everyone is humming and hollering about. Well, how was that yesterday, guys? Anyone in London know about how big the protest was yesterday?
Bozos.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Terry P.
So much
Allegedly-
talk for nothing again.
Terry P. Allegedly, it was called off because of there was a football match for kids. Ooh,
That's a tournament, yeah.
Some junior tournament.
shut up, Brad.
So we couldn't even get that one right. There's Potter's mentality for you.
The
Another
Shamrock Rovers
protest.
crowd. The
No.
Talas say he's a
Steve, respectfully, I don't care that Lons are a good side. Arsenal battered them.
Yeah, shout out Steve for the donation. I'm going to get to the other super chat. Like he said, there are still some good teams in the Conference League. Don't fall into Liverpool trap.
No. I'm sorry.
Europa League is a much higher level than Conference.
Steve, respectfully, you're not telling me that Banik or Strava are beating us. If they do, liquidate the football club, brother. Liquidate the football club.
Like Steve, we're not like Steve. We're not disrespecting. We're not disrespecting any of the teams that will be in the Conference League with us. But just factually, we should be winning it either way. Like when last time we won the Europa League, we faced Frankfurt in the semi-final, and they were one of the most.
We didn't lose a game. We didn't.
I don't
lose
care.
A game.
I don't care. Find a way to win. I don't care.
We didn't lose a game that whole tournament.
Yeah, and we faced a brilliant Frankfurt team in the semis. Just win it. I don't like. It's not.
Y'all know how nasty the graphics are about to be next season.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's the team that beat Arsenal. I forgot about that. I don't care. I still smoke their ass.
Yeah, and then Arsenal beat them. Arsenal ran through them in the
You know how
second
nasty they
reverse
about
game.
You know how nasty they about to make those graphics for next year, for the team values, for the squad values. They're about to be on us all year.
Also,
everybody.
If we even draw a game,
Also,
if we even draw a game,
people need to remember Chelsea are a big club, and that UEFA will want eyes on the Conference League. So regardless, they will rig us to the final anyway. So we'll be fine.
We don't even need to be rigged to the final.
Correct.
Sorry, if we're going through rounds of refereeing mistakes, we are so dusted. Should never get to that point. Shout out to CNAT saying, I only want to see trophies won next season or the directors sacked and thrown into a CFC mob in front of the bridge to pay for their sins of picking managers. Beautifully written. Beautifully written, man.
Bro,
that Conference League trophy better be here next season. And nothing else. John Terry's big toe says, when we win conference, we better shamelessly parade it. No.
Why not? Listen, if Arsenal bought the title again, we're doing a parade.
No,
we are not doing a Conference League parade.
Hey, I'll make it. I'll make it.
Like, fuck that, bruv.
Will not be
yeah, Prime, because I trust Chelsea fans. I trust Chelsea fans.
What do you mean you trust Chelsea fans, mate? Hey, how many people actually went to that protest, that stupid-ass protest? None of them.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying saying. He's gonna make he's gonna host a trophy parade for Conference.
Alex and Jacob.
I'm not a Chelsea fan,
so it's different. I had someone messaged me asking if I'm going. I just messaged her, oh my fuck. I ain't going to that.
I woke up seeing Alex's tweet about the parade. I was like, oh, I forgot there was a protest. Oh, back to bed.
So if we don't do a parade, we celebrate for 24 hours and forget it existed?
Yes. It's the Conference League. Okay. I just want that to add another trophy to our fucking cabinet. That's it.
Yeah, no,
if Arsenal go trophyless, we catch up on them with one trophy in our banter era. That's enough for me, and I'm done.
Says, can we get an inflatable Conference League trophy?
Yeah, you know what? Get the inflatable trophy. I don't mind that, but fuck a parade.
Champions of Europe.
And I'll get another medal for the wall as well. We'll do that. But that's it. That is it. Big up to Nick saying, what?
But saying all that, knowing I like, we probably can get this manager in. The club's going to be a mess again, and we're probably not even going to get promoted. We're probably not going to pass the groups. We probably won't even pass the group to get into the
We are
tournament.
not getting grouped in the Conference League. We are not getting
Like I said, if that happens, genuinely liquidate the football club if that happens.
Bro, even injuries is not an excuse not to win the Conference League.
No, facts.
The academy
We've got
kids,
guys
there's
like I'm
under
being real.
18s
We've got guys that performed in the Champions League. There should be a walk in the park.
No,
Like,
no, I don't.
regardless
Even if our squad was injured, was all injured, play under 18s. They'll be fine. It's Conference League.
This is like Mean Machine. It's like you just play against a shit team, absolutely smash them, bring your confidence up. There should be a confidence booster game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we've had a tough league game. Don't worry, Conference League's on Thursday. We'll be
exactly
fine.
Scrimmage. We need to see the Mudryk that we saw in comps against these teams. That's for damn sure.
Realize the Ukrainian name of
He was back in Shakhtar.
How long has Kepa got left in his
Petro
contract?
Fofana. Here is your opportunity.
Bro, I'm not worried about these teams. What I'm worried about is how our players are going to handle going into Eastern Europe with the racism. But regardless, win it.
Hey, I'm white. I'm all right, mate.
Yeah, I'd watch along settings. I'll be good. I'll be alright.
Not me, I'm white.
Hey, Jackson. Hey, Jackson, you have all the motivation you need, man. Go win it, man.
Oh, brother. Big up to Nick saying USA legal weed and $1 billion soccer stadiums. Come vibe for the summer. Might have to be a next year thing, but I do want to pull up to one of the US tours. Do have to one time. Big up to Sasko saying he's going to be hated by the proper Chelsea space. He likes ball-playing players, smart-thinking players, and we all know what proper Chelsea likes. Yeah, man. So, when we have down periods with this new manager, as he tries to implement the possession brand of football, they're all going to go Maresca out just as quickly as they went Sarri out. Because we ain't hoofing it. They ain't running around enough. This is fucking boring. Where's my road runners? And all that crap. It's Poch. Give him time. Injuries.
By the way, we got I think we got 5 million from Man United winning the FA Cup because Mason
Mount, yeah.
What? That was the clause.
Sorry, what? Really?
Yeah, I think we got 5 million for that.
Nice.
5 million.
Where'd you read that?
I'll
see if I can find it. It was on Facebook.
If that's true, that's nice. On the
Wait, we got more money than the people who win the FA Cup. We got more money out of Mount.
This is what they were laughing about. You get like 300.
There is no way.
Hey, some of you people in the one person in the comments is fucking stupid. But,
It should have been like a Harry Redknapp situation when old mate he's I'm so upset I didn't score 20 goals. You'd owed me 20,000. It's like, good for you, Toby. I took you straight off.
Oh no,
nah, Chloe, we're still selling Gallagher. Chloe, don't worry. I'm sorry, Chloe.
Hang on. Oh no. We have to keep Gallagher. I have to see how he works in this possession style. Quick tiki-taka football we want to play. I need to see that car crash waiting to happen when he loses the ball for the 100th time. Or only. No. I need to see him. I need to see him lose the ball.
He won't join Tottenham. He'll run out his
contract.
He'll
join Tottenham. But I just need to see him lose the ball for the 100th time. We're in game week 5.
Hey, Scott, are you ready to see Gallagher get protected in Enzo's system? I can't wait for this fan base to turn against Enzo. Gallagher gone, Chalobah gone.
Oh, we got an IRL stream.
Chalobah I need.
No, but still, this fan base will turn against Enzo for 70 sides. So I'll be there, man.
Steve's actually got a bald head. He has a wig attached to every hat he's got.
I'm actually looking forward to see what our setup's going to be in terms of who plays. To be fair,
yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. That's what I wanted to ask. That Leicester
Take your
guy
hat off, Steve, so you can prove my theory wrong.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask him how will Enzo set us up, like formation?
He does the same thing Pep does in terms of like the 3-2-5 in possession with.
So who would play where?
So what I would imagine, but like based with no additions, is it would be the same back four we used to. Get Chilwell the fuck out of it.
What is our back four?
Kukurea, one of Badiashile or Colwell, and then one of Disasi or Chalobah. I hope Chalobah, but one of those two. And then Gusto at right back. Or James, whichever one's fit. Or if James isn't fit, whatever. Petrovic in goal. I think Petrovic can work in this system. We probably will need an upgrade, but I think he can work. Like it's
I don't think he will, but like, yeah.
What's that Burnley?
I think he'll be fine because a lot of his issues with Petrovic in terms of distribution was long distribution, whereas a lot of his distribution in Enzo's system would be like passing, will be short passing. But that can be a position we upgrade on. It's fine. It's like there's options. I imagine it will be a two-man midfield, the two we're used to. In terms of the front four, it will obviously I think be. I'm trying to think. I think it'll be one of the fullbacks. And then the four up front. It'll be Jackson definitely. It'll be Palmer definitely, and Kunku if he's fit. And then one other. I just don't know who the other person is.
You said one of the fullbacks.
Oh mate, we don't even Saeed. We don't even care at this point, bruv.
Wait.
Just not Thomas Frank.
Yeah, not Thomas Frank.
Prime. He said
he plays a fullback in attack.
He said the back four is gonna be just a three, and then one of the fullbacks.
It's a 3-2-5. He said.
Or the other thing he will do, because he was doing this with Hamza Chowdhury, especially towards the end, is Hamza Chowdhury played right back, inverted into midfield, and then it'll be like one of the midfielders will join the attack.
Oh no, but you already gave the back four. So, like, what is the the attacking?
Yeah, so striker. So what I'm saying is, so you could either go a back three in possession of Kukurea, whoever the left centre back is, and whoever the right centre back is, depending on who you want to choose. Then the midfield two, and then you go like Gusto or James, Palmer, let's just say Carney, and Kunku, Jackson, for example, when everyone's fit. Or instead, you take someone out of that, like you just go, you invert the fullback. So you invert Kukurea, you go back three as normal, and then Enzo pushes into the attack, or Caicedo, one of the two, instead. Preferably Caicedo.
I might need to watch. I'll watch some like scout games and stuff on him. I really don't know.
Big up to Rigo Part saying Maresca 11 losses in the championship, won the league by a point pretty much with a Premier League level squad. The Pep link is his only credential. That and the possession style of play, but from the sounds of it, he's going to need some time to implement that as well. So we have to see how the season goes.
Can I just point something out?
Wait, before you go, Scott. That and he's also used some of these players before. That's part of why the Zerbi also made sense, by the way, because he had used some of these players before, and he also was looking to try and buy some of the players that we had. So that also made sense. So it's not just the Pep thing.
I mean, De Zerbi made perfect fucking sense. Not only did he use the players, he's the reason that they went for the fucking prices they went for.
Yeah. But yeah, what were you saying, Scott?
I was just going to say, like, my thing with this whole Enzo thing and him being a quote-unquote championship manager, so is Eddie Howe, and my man finished in the Champions League. So, like, I need to just wait and see. I need to just wait and see, like, what's going to happen. That's why I'm not getting pissy. That's why I'm not, like...
I don't know, like, I'm smiling.
I'm seeing what happened.
And Frank Lampard got fourth, too. So
all most of us did last season, or this season, start of this season, was talk about how all we did, most of us did, outside of like Danish Maldini, a couple of others talked about how, you know, Poch was a guaranteed get top four. Like he's a solid top four manager. We'll be able to get top four with him. He knows what he's doing. He's got experience, this, that, and the other, all that nonsense. Then pre-season came. Oh, look how he wants to play. This looks great. We're going to go into next season. Cool. In first game of the season, my man shit the bed and changed. First game of the season. Despite the fact that we all thought we knew what we were expecting from him. So whatever your expectations are, that's cool. All of those expectations could change the first game of the season because they did with Poch. That's why I'm not getting pissy. If he works, he works. If he doesn't, he doesn't. You can get him the fuck out. Like
Scott, I disagree with you, by the way. Eddie Howe's not a championship level. It's not doing it.
No, he got relegated with Bournemouth. and was managing in the Championship with them.
Yeah,
and with
but he
Burnley.
is a Premier League level manager. We're not going to disrespect.
No, but cool. But he managed a large portion of his career in the Championship.
I rate Eddie Howe. That's not disrespect.
That's cool, but he was for a large portion of his career a Championship level manager.
Yeah, well, he's
and also Harvey, with regards to Scott saying he wants Conference League, is because that's the tournament we're in right now. We're not in the Champions League.
He's the idiot I was addressing earlier.
You're lowering your standards by winning the conference.
And on top of that, Poch is the reason why we couldn't be a sure bet for Europa.
Yeah,
or Champions League. So currently we are in Conference League, and that is the only trophy we can win. If we were in Champions League, Scott would be asking for the Champions League or the Europa League if we were in there.
So because we're not in the Champions League, so according to this guy, because we're not in the Champions League, let's not win any other trophy at all.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what these kind of fucking morons are on.
Like, bro, we're in the Conference League. No one wants to be in the Conference League, but that also means we can fucking win that. There's something there to be won. I want winning.
I wanted to be in the Conference League, to be fair.
And also, if we're supposed to be getting these signings that we're supposedly supposed to be getting with Osimhen and Elise, let's just say those two, then we should easily be getting top four with this manager, because Lampard, with the lower level of overall quality as a squad, got top four. And he's minus Zerbi that was in 10th or like made it through the playoffs but didn't like succeed with the playoffs. He was knocked out in the quarterfinals or the finals but still got knocked out. And in league position he was like 8th to get into the playoffs.
Bro, I saw Frank in the Champions League. He battered Sevilla. I don't care. Go win Conference League, man. It's not an excuse.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And like, I don't really understand like where this idea as well that we're doing mental gymnastics to defend this manager by saying that I'm going to judge him from the fucking games next season from the league.
And
me
Scott
judging him now means nothing. Why am I judging him now? He hasn't managed again. This
Not enough, mate. We want a decision now. Are you in or are you out?
This season hasn't even finished. There are games to be played left of this season. This season hasn't ended. Why am I making a judgment on a guy when this season hasn't ended?
And Scott, based on reports, one second,
You were Poch out. So now he's a Championship manager. You want to see this manager out as well.
Yeah, because Poch was shit. If this man is shit, I'll tell him to get the fuck out as well.
Yeah. And also based on reports, if Pep is leaving next year, the two favorite candidates were Michel from Girona and this guy that we're apparently getting. They were the two favorites apparently for taking over Pep's job, based on reports of Pep is leaving. So, if Man City are thinking about him, then let's see how it goes. I'm not gonna be down on it. I'm not gonna be happy about it until I see games in the Prem, not preseason, but games in the Prem and the Conference League, obviously. But
yeah, so it should be.
Big up to Joseph saying Costa, Elise, Osimhen, Euro, and the centre mid. What a fucking window that would be,
bro.
My goodness.
People think we're making the signing.
Who the fuck is Euro?
Lenny Euro.
Yeah, Euro's like he's
Euro's going PSG or Madrid next season.
But yeah, he's the next big thing for centre backs in terms of world talent.
Oh, Euro.
Like he's the new Saliba in France.
He's the
new Saliba.
Yeah, he's the fucking next one.
Yeah, that would be a brilliant fucking window if we could pull that off. Shout out to Scotty Cadet saying big up the Chelsea fan. Big up, bro. I don't study football tactics like you guys do because I'm just a scientist. But check out the Coach's Voices episode on Maresca. Yeah, Maldini just dropped that in the chat as well. So I've got something to watch later tonight. Well,
listen to a bit of that. They're just on a side note. Those Coach's Voices episodes on like a bunch of managers are real interesting to listen to.
They are.
Damn, Scott, you got a student.
I'll have to have a look at that later, but I've got that saved on one of my tabs, thankfully. But big up, brother. Big up to Guyan saying Enzo's record, 37 games, 26 wins, 4 draws, 7 losses. 5 losses happened earlier this year. Unbelievable numbers for Leicester last season and fantastic football. That's the pros to what I've heard. The negatives was just not really a plan B, very stubborn with his player selection.
I don't mind that.
I'm not too sure of the game management. But part of me feels like that comes with possession-based systems anyway.
I'll be completely honest. Him being like stubborn with his manager, with his player selection, is not necessarily a negative to me. Like, even if he wants, like, because the thing that pissed me off about Poch, especially at some points in the season, was he kept chopping and changing things for no reason. Like, you'd have someone like Mudryk would have a good game, and you just drop him next season for like no reason. One centre back would have a good game, and then he'd be dropped next game for no reason. At least with this, it's like, because like he did that with Daka, right? Where it's like, even though Daka was having stinker after stinker after stinker, missing chances, he kept faith in him. Rightly or wrongly, that's your opinion, but he kept faith in him. And that's what I like to see. Even if he wants, say, for example, Chilwell's his new favourite player and he wants to play Chilwell every game. Like, I'll complain. Like, if Chilwell has a shit game, I'll say Chilwell has a shit game. But it's like, if you are going to stick faith with him and try and help work him through it, that's cool. If you're going to be an idiot and just play him, if you can see he's struggling and just, if you're going to do what Poch did with Gallagher, where it's like you can see he's struggling and you're not helping him and you're letting him die, then that's when it's just like counterproductive.
Yeah, so long as a player is as long as they're actually being coached properly.
That's the thing. There's a
Did Leicester have a strike? What other strikers did Leicester have last season?
Yo, hey, I'm gonna be so perfectly honest.
Daka,
we go in first game. We go in first game of the season. If I see Chilwell on that fucking pitch, I'm gonna have a big ass evil eye out on that nigga.
Tom Cannon. I don't know where he's signed from.
Oh, okay. Because Cannon's Irish and Iheanacho's shit. So it made sense why Daka was the number.
To be fair, Daka was either the number 2 or number 3. I know Vardy was obviously number 1, but I don't know.
They're going from Everton. Tom Cannon.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, like this, the thing for me, as I said, is I have expectations of where I want us to finish, but when it comes to what the football I'm going to see, when it comes to who he's going to pick, I have no idea. I have no fucking idea. None of us do. Really. So I'm just going to see what happens. If he starts changing it up and doing stupid shit, I'll call him out like I did with Poch. If he starts making weird player selections that make no sense, I'll call it out like I did with Poch. If here's the reason we don't win the Conference League and don't finish top 4, I'll call him out and call for his head. Like, that's how it is.
I
don't mind people aren't even that keen on it.
You have to remember, if he ends the season with 5 games unbeaten, then we need to give him more time. So.
You see when you go and say,
oh I forgot. We gotta wait for the fixture list to come out.
If he makes weird lineups and that, is it not how he interprets his like selections, same way Poch does? You see, if he does lineups that you don't like, would it be the same indictment you give to him to Pochettino?
It depends what I see.
It's not. He's still got to experiment with the squad. He's still got to figure out his best lineup. He's still got to figure it out. So if that means chopping and changing to figure that out during the season,
but it's more than just like lineups, and it's more than just position. It's also control of game. It's also how much you dominate. That's all the other variables as well.
Okay.
Like there's been enough time for Tuchel, for example, where I saw some lineups that I thought were fucking stupid, and then we go and win 3-0, and we play brilliant football, and now I'm like, okay, see, this is why I'm a streamer and you're a coach. There you go.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. It's one of those things as well where like it's as with a lot of things, it's a fine line of like, if you do something like that and get it right, you're a genius. You do something like that and get it wrong, you're an idiot. Where it's like it depends on the experiments he's doing, right? Say he plays Unkown as a left wing for most of the season. I don't personally think Unkown's a left wing. He can play there, but he might make that work, right? That's different from Poch playing Chilwell left wing. Anyone with 2 eyes can tell you that Chilwell's not a winger, never has been a winger, never will be a winger, because he's missing key things that a winger needs to do. Like, that's never going to work.
I don't mind if...
So listen, Scott, hear me out, right?
Colwell like left back?
Like,
it depends on how he wants to play him.
Like, for me, I don't mind, per se, maybe if certain players are quote-unquote out of position, so long as it suits their attributes and they're being coached properly. Like, also, managers have played players out of position before. It's not so much of a big deal because they're actually coached, for one, and two, like, it suits their attributes. So, like, I don't think it's I don't get why people would complain. So long as Enzo's doing it and it actually makes sense and it works, then fine. But if it's something completely messed up and it's not making sense and it's not working, obviously we can call it out.
Somewhere as well.
Also, the thing with the Colwell left back thing, right? If he does that, I could understand in this system with Poch as well. Initially, there's a way that Colwell left back works, right?
Yeah.
Same way that you can make a Chalobah at right back work, where it's
Yes.
like you have them inverting if you play with a 3 in possession and have them play like an outside centre back. That works. The reason why I got pissed at Poch
And he is a
for
good
putting
ball
Colwell
player.
at left back is you put him a left back and had him playing like a left back, like an overlapping. You had him underlapping, but not in a sense of like what Cucurella is doing. You had him underlap and drive with the ball forward into like attacking midfield areas. You can't do that. Like that's stupid. If you want to play him as a left back on paper, like on a team sheet, but he doesn't invert, but comes into like a left-sided centre back in a back three, that works for me. But if you're going to play like that doesn't work. Yeah, like an Ake, like a Vardio, like a
Vardio, Astonian,
yeah, like that
Akanji and all them men. Yeah, I
Bro,
see what you
it's
mean.
about how you use it. Like I've seen the Sassy play as a touchline fullback this season. Like it's just about how you do things, really.
Yeah.
Like if he does something and it actually makes sense, then like cool. I'm not gonna complain.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If I see Chilwell on the pitch, I'm gonna look at the nigga with an evil eye. Like I know who the fuck am I. I'm not a professional player in no way, shape, or form. But it looks like the nigga don't got it no more. So I'm gonna just call a spade a spade. I just don't feel like the dude should be on our team anymore. So
I agree, but like
at a certain position, at a certain point, I'm looking at my manager like, if I sitting in my couch can see that this nigga don't got it no more, why the fuck like is he still there? Why is the coach still giving opportunity?
First game of the season, who do you think is gonna be our captain first game of the season?
Fuck no.
James.
Should
Probably
be
James.
Reece, right?
No, the brother's suspended. He's suspended.
Yeah.
No, he's
Chilwell's obviously vice captain.
Yeah. Don't forget he's suspended. Don't forget he got suspended.
Suspended for 2 games.
Yeah, he's suspended for fucking 2 games. Yeah.
Who's our captain gonna be?
Chilwell.
Yeah,
Chilwell, right?
Actually,
no, but like, is he gonna really start?
Let's assume Chilwell's not even starting. Who's gonna be the captain?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Probably, I don't know.
Is it gonna be Enzo?
Yeah,
I think he was one of the vice captains.
Saicedo, them man there.
I don't know. I actually don't know who it will be.
Probably Cuckoo. Probably Sterling.
No, I think it will be Enzo.
Sterling.
I think
I'm saying Colwell or Enzo in the chat. I want to see Enzo just because he's gonna
not Cole. I don't think Cole is there in terms of being leadership material yet. He can be in the future, but yet I don't think.
I think he'll be Sterling.
Actually, let's assume we sell Chilwell and Gallagher. Who should be our vice captain?
Enzo.
Enzo, yeah.
Enzo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enzo or
Trevor.
No, it's Enzo. No, I'll be real. It's Enzo. No one else.
Yeah. If Trev's still here, let Trev be one of the vice.
No. Like Chalobah's not leadership material either. I need my captain to show leadership material, and there are very few people in this team that have showed that. Enzo has shown that.
Yeah, he has.
Like, to be honest, my argument is just more seniority.
And this is the thing. And this is the thing. Like, I don't want to. I don't. If he comes in, if
we're
Enzo
not Real
comes
Madrid, bro.
like, if Enzo comes in, Maresca, that is not Fernandez. I don't want to see none of this fucking chop and changing captain bullshit. Like, there needs to be a hierarchy. None of this Chalobah gets it one game. None of this Colwell gets it another. Fucking, you're giving it to Sterling one game, Enzo the next game, Silva the next. None of that bullshit. Like, I need a hierarchy. I need this is the captain, this is a vice captain, this is the third captain, this is the fourth captain.
No, I don't think there wasn't a chopping and changing
as well.
No, there was. No, Prime, there was. Like,
no, Scott, you know why there wasn't? Because Gallagher played every game.
No, but even so, there were games where he would come off, or he would he didn't play. There were a few games, and I remember Chalobah had the captain's armband one game. Cole had the captain's armband. Silva had it. Enzo had it. About 8 different players held the captain's armband last season. Okay. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable.
But again, that's a bit different. But that's because of our actual captains can't stay fit. If our actual captains could stay fit, we wouldn't have a chopping and changing.
Cool, then that's what. Then they need to be stripped of the captaincy. If they can't stay fit, then why are they?
Hey, Scott, you said it, but if I say it, I'm a troll.
Prime, I swear you're not landing shit.
No. No, I agree with Prime. Like, I'll be real. Like, as much as I love James, I'll be completely honest.
Lock me up.
I'll be completely honest. When it comes to James next season,
I'm a criminal. Scott says it. He's God's child. I don't know, man. It is what it is.
I'll be completely honest. Like, when James comes back next season, he has to show that he deserves that armband from both a temperament perspective and a playing perspective. My captain can't be fucking injured for 3 quarters of the season.
I hear it, to be honest. Like, if he gets more silly reds, the argument gets even louder.
Yeah, like I'll be like he
land
needs
the
to
minerals,
fix his temperament and he needs to fix his injuries. If he fixes those, then he can be captain. That's fine.
Hey, Scott,
There's
land the
everything else
minerals.
he has.
Land the minerals.
And it's the same for Chilwell. If Chilwell stays and it's going to be vice captain, cool. You need to fix your temperament isn't so much of an issue with him, but you need to fix your leadership skills and you need to fix your injury record. If you can't fix
And you
either of
also
those,
need to
you're
lead
not
by
captain.
example on the pitch in
That's
terms of
what-
being a
That's what
player.
I'm saying. Leadership. Too many of the people in our team, when it comes to the older players in our team, needs to fix their leadership skills because they suck.
Hey,
suck.
Scott, land it about Reece, man. Land it. Land the minerals.
The fucking minerals, mate.
But you trying to land something else, bro. That's the problem. You trying to
land it.
Land a whole different point.
No, let's Scott land.
He's been trying to land here for like 3 years.
Hey, and I've landed.
He still hasn't had clearance yet.
Hey, I've been
He's
right.
been coasting.
Yeah. Hey,
You're
Scott,
almost
bring
out
up-
of fuel,
bring up
baby.
Lewis.
You're almost
Adam's
out of
comment.
fuel.
Lewis, bring up Adam's comment. Adam CFC.
Primer's agenda, but I will consistently point out that he has not been proven wrong one single time.
It's
Well,
not an
on Reece.
agenda, but I am right.
On
It's
Reece?
not an agenda, but I have been proven right. Hey, listen.
I'm trying to remember what other agendas he had. The Fat Frank one was extra, but not wrong.
If
Not
y'all
wrong.
could have
It
seen,
wasn't
if y'all
extra.
could have seen Prime's face after Reece came back and dropped that assist, this brother didn't say a single word on that fucking stream. So I don't know what he's trying to land right now because he knows exactly what's going
And
on.
as soon as James got that red card,
Then when the second he, like the Undertaker, he's arised.
I'm back, blood.
Oh,
You thought you killed me?
Dad, let's not do this because when Reece dropped that assist, people were trying to, slander me. But when Reece got sent off, notice I didn't say a word.
Jesus.
I didn't slander
Fucking
Reece
hell.
when he got sent off. Notice that. Almost
Lord.
like I don't do agendas you guys do.
It's crazy business.
Oh no, that ain't you talking, blood.
Crazy business.
It's crazy.
I suppose to go on a segue. You lot play Among Us.
Okay,
No,
Chloe,
I haven't
don't
played it in minutes.
Chloe,
Yeah,
you're a Gallagher fan. Don't side with me on Reece, please. You're not giving me
Fine,
credibility.
you should take all the allies you can get, bro.
You're not giving me credibility about Reece when you say
And that's another prime agenda that he's been spitting on too. Yeah, fairs. You know what?
almost like I was right about Poch as well. Almost like you guys should let me land. Maybe I should run this club.
Okay, so who's your next managerial choice?
Listen, I wanted Amarim. I was also cool with the Zerbi. I'm not gonna, if we get Enzo, like, I want to see what happens. Like, I'm not gonna scream and shout and stuff. I want to see what happens.
Yeah, you and me on that one. I hear that.
I really want to see what happens.
I said you want Lee. I think he was anti-Poch from the start.
I was right about. Actually, no, you're right. I wasn't right about Poch. I didn't think he'd be this shit. I didn't think he'd be this bad.
But you weren't keen on him, from what I remember.
I was never rated Poch, but cool.
Yeah. So to be honest, you weren't too wrong about that either. You just gave him a chance.
Listen, I told you that in Cuckoo, watch his injuries. He got injured. I told you Gusto, we wouldn't miss Reece James. We didn't miss Reece James. I told you all about Chilwell for years. We see about Chilwell. The only player I was wrong about from the start was, to be fair, Jackson, and I'm happy I was wrong about him. Jackson's a baller.
I mean, maturing is realizing that Prime was correct all along. It's crazy.
If we doing
if James ends up doing a fuckery next season, then blood. You know what? Apologies,
who was you
my
wrong about this year then? Who was you wrong about this year?
Who was I wrong about this year? I said I was wrong about Jackson from the start. He's actually
That's it. No, all right, Lewis.
Then again, early on, I changed my stance on Jackson. I
big
accepted
up,
what he was.
Big up. Oh, that's crazy.
I was also right about Enzo when we signed him that he's going to get the Pogba treatment, and he's been getting the Pogba treatment. So
that was easier to predict, to be honest. We just didn't deep that Poch was going to throw him in the bin this much.
To be fair,
yeah, I hear that one.
Caicedo, I was like half right, half wrong about Caicedo, to be fair, because I've said that he's overrated, which he's not anymore. But however, he's still not worth 100 million. So, yeah.
Big up to Blaze saying conference, club, World Cup, domestic cups. So 2 cups and top 4. I mean, realistically, we have a strong chance of winning both domestic cups, but you're not getting all 3.
We're not winning the Club World Cup either. Like, let's just be completely frank with that. Like, we're not winning the Club World Cup.
Yeah, it'd be fun seeing Real Madrid in there.
What do you mean? Brother, I say, you man think it's just like Columbus Crew and Pachuca and fucking Al Ali in these, man. No, we've got to beat City or Real Madrid or someone like that to win it.
Liverpool.
Hey, they might knock each other out. We might just have to deal with one of the fuckers.
Oh, shit. So we only have to deal with one of them. Oh, fuck. No. Oh, God. No worries.
Enzo's second season under the process.
How does the conference, or not conference league, how does the Club World Cup setup even work?
I think it's a World Cup tournament. I mean, setup.
Yeah, so it's 32 teams.
Okay. So there's group stages and then not. Okay, cool.
Let me check. Club World Cup 2025.
We're being hypocritical towards James. He's had a tough year. Let's support him. Shut up.
It's the exact same thing. It's the same World Cup format. Group stages, round of 16, knockout rounds from there.
Cool. And the thing is, like, I don't even know how it works from a draw perspective. Like, I don't know if they're going to go the same way that they did with the World Cup, where it's like you can't face teams in your own country. Like, if they don't do that, like, can you imagine if we somehow end up? Can you imagine if we somehow end up with a group where it's like we have to play a Man City or a Real Madrid in the group stage?
Right, so it's one game knockout, right? So there's no legs.
No, group stages and then knockouts. So it'll be 4-man groups like in the World Cup. No legs. Because it's all going to be in the US, isn't it? So no home and away times.
Oh shit! I gotta save up. You know they about to be charging about $1 per ticket out here. You know
that's going to be crazy.
They about to be running for everything out here. That's why the clubs so desperately want to put those games over here. By the way, that's the only fucking reason, so that they can charge our prices. Y'all fuckers out there getting blessed for like $10, $15 tickets. They gonna come over here charge $250, $300 per ticket, bro. Man,
it's gonna be.
And y'all are really thinking that there's some way somehow y'all are gonna hold them back from doing that. Just give it some time. Promise. Y'all gonna be doing the same thing we doing, cheering from y'all couches.
That's why I already started with the watch-alongs.
Y'all gonna be seeing us in the stands like fatter. Y'all gonna see us in the stands like fatter. Me and
Jimmy.
Right,
so which game am I gonna go to this month? I can only afford one. So. When they get rid of them away price caps as well,
season tickets gonna get you. Season passes about to get you about like 10 games.
Hey, I will sell off half of those tickets and get my money back up the fucking Chelsea. Players Union are suing to move it. I did see that, but I feel like it's a bit late for that. Like, what are they gonna do? This is basically set in stone now. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but for all the teams involved, next season is going to be very long. It's going to be very long. Big up to Strasbourg Steve saying there are still some good teams in the Conference League. Don't fall into a Liverpool trap. We did bring that one up earlier. I'm not worried. Shout out to Steve, but I'm not worried at all.
Like, there's a difference between playing Atalanta, who are they are still a good team. They're a very good coach team, and they are still a very good team. There's a difference between playing them and playing Lech Poznan or Cluj or these, man.
I can't find what pots are already.
They won't. None of them will be. It will all depend on like the qualifying and shit. Because like every team will be seeded, so I think it will change depending on like who goes through and whatnot. I think.
We'll just have to see. As long as we dodge the big-ish teams in there, we're fine. Big up to Ilya saying Man City does not scare me in a cup game. Man City always worry me. Man City. Like, even if we played well against them under Poch last season, like, that doesn't mean I should have any less fear for them. We still didn't beat them last season. We just had a good game. Still got to do a lot more than just play well. You've got to take your chance as well, which is why getting someone like Osimhen is very important. But Conte to Napoli is now starting to build a lot of steam. And with that in mind, I feel even more and more confident that we're going to get him sorted. So I feel Conte to Napoli done. There's sources already saying that Lukaku is going to be one of the main targets for him. should mean Osimhen's through the door and 2 birds killed with 1 stone. So nice. 1 positive. Like what's his name? Maresca will walk in and we'll have a better number 9 through the door. Slight positives. I saw Broyers is a player of interest for Monaco as well. Gallagher and Chalobah both leaving, as we already know. And that's about it from the transfer news front for today. Other than just yet another link for Tosin, but I don't think it's going to lead to anything. The bigger news is Osimhen. Conte to Napoli should sort Osimhen to Chelsea. We'll send Lukaku the other way. Good times. Good times.
Listen, man. Bring him home, man. Bring him home.
Yeah, he will be. He's coming home soon.
Bring him home. Hey, what was it Lewis said? Maturing is realizing prime is right. I'm right about Osimhen.
Hey, I don't think anyone's really arguing you down on Osimhen either. Like, it's fucking Osimhen.
Careful, Lewis. I think he might have clipped that.
Hey, go for it. Go for it. Because that means you just got to stay right. You just got to stay right.
Listen, if he fails, it's long, bro.
If he fails, it's long for all of us. It ain't just you. We ain't going to be like, oh, Prime, you told us he was going to work. We're going to be thinking another fucking
Yeah, and you
strike.
told me Poch would work. How did that work, man?
Did I? Actually, yeah,
No,
I backed it.
not you, the Chelsea man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think Osimhen can fail. I think if anything, if anything, we can get like, well, okay. So in the amount of, actually, no, it's not a debate that Morata failed, is it?
No, yeah, no debate.
No, not really.
He fucking failed hideously.
Yeah.
But Morata failed not because Morata failed because his mentality stunk.
Yeah.
Like he didn't fail because of technical ability. He's actually a very technically able striker. His mentality was in the bin. Like in terms of mentality, he might be the worst mentality from a striker we've ever had at this football club.
Harvey, it was actually Lewis who said Lukaku's R9.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, I forgot about Lukaku. Outside of Lukaku, Morata is the worst mentality we've ever had from a striker. Club.
Yep.
Yeah, forgot about Lukaku. Fucking idiot. But he will sort us out with an assist before leaving, and that assist will be excellent. So thank you.
Oh,
thank you.
By the way, did you guys see what that fat left winger said about Poch should have stayed? He actually did well. Shut up, man.
Who?
He's talking about Hazard.
That Belgian.
Oh,
yeah. That fraud backing Poch, man.
Bastard.
Yeah, but that's only because he's working with him in 2 weeks, and you don't want to throw him under the bus.
Listen, there's a reason why. Listen, Hazard, man. I've always knew that guy was funny, man.
He just switched it.
Yo,
He's
trying to land some crazy shit at the end of the stream. He saw the viewer count go down. He said, "Let me say some shit."
I always knew he was funny, man.
But yeah, Hazard also said
he did say Fabregas, yeah.
Man's just speaking casually. I don't care.
Speaking casually, he was a casual footballer as well, man.
Oh, he was. Let's not even get it twisted. He was.
Yeah, no, but it was a good one.
Ilya said people thought Torres couldn't fail either. I hear all of that. John Terry especially. But I mean, like, if we were more aware of his injury issues at the time, maybe we wouldn't have made such a stupid decision. And we would have just got Aguero like we're meant to.
Prime hates Poch more than he loves Chelsea.
Well, I would argue if you love Chelsea, you hate Poch. But
who said I love Chelsea?
Nothing wrong with a little bit of hatred for Pochettino. I did see an old Pies suit from a couple minutes ago saying Maresca has subtle variations, but there will be one main striker, one holding midfielder with a fullback playing inside and 2 wingers. So you'd assume one of James or Cucurella would be doing the inverted role. One straight number 9, which will probably be Osimhen. and the holding midfielder, which might be one of Lavia or Caicedo. Probably Lavia.
Yeah.
So hold
And
on.
two
So where
wingers.
does our width come from?
Two
Our
wingers
wingers
and
come
the
from, right?
fullback.
Fullbacks playing
Our
inside
fullback.
the two wingers.
So our winger would hold the width then, right?
Basically,
No.
yeah.
Yep.
So one of the wingers will hold the width. The other one can come inside, and then
Number 10 if
the,
when UCL.
and then the other fullback will be pushing up as well.
So whenever
Depends.
Reece James
I don't
plays,
know.
so for me, whenever Reece James plays, make sure he's not the fullback holding the touchline.
No, I disagree.
Why?
I can't.
The
No,
opposite.
having him
You
hug
would
the
want it to
touchline,
be
yeah?
the opposite. You would want him.
Yeah.
You
to
want
hug the
Some of his crossing
touchline.
ability.
You would
want
want him
Reece
to hug the
holding the
touchline
touchline?
so that Cole can come inside.
Yeah.
Pause.
Okay, yes, sure. Pause.
I don't want Reece holding
Talk
the
about
touchline.
people coming inside way too much.
Bro,
Scotland, that one.
I don't
Yeah.
want Reece holding the touchline. You crazy?
No, I
you
actually agree with him. Like if James
Prem,
is
what are you
coming in,
talking about?
like pause again. If James is playing and if he is going to be involved in the team, like we saw it against Forest, I want him being able to like do more out wide.
Yeah.
Like because I like so the way it's annoying. Like I hope this isn't true. I hope he does change it slightly, and instead of having one of the fullbacks invert, like I'd honestly prefer to go the two instead of inverting a fullback, just play Cucurella and have him be the left centre back, play James or Gusto, either of them work, and have them hold the width on the right hand side. Have Palmer on the on the right, but he obviously drifts inside as well, and play the two centre midfielders as the two holding midfielders.
Well, I'm a little confused, brother. I'm a little confused.
So it's like a 4-2-3-1 basically, but in the way it starts.
Okay.
But instead of this is saying that what he does is like what he has done is like a 4-3-3, right? So and it's the 6 in that plus and the midfield ends up being the two midfields ends up being a 6 and one of the fullbacks inverting. I want him to change it. So have the two 6s be Enzo and Caicedo. And then instead of the fullback inverting, have the fullback helping the attack because whether it's Reece or Gusto, both of them can affect the attack in positive ways.
Right.
And then it still means you can play Cucurella. It means as well the left back that we get, because depending on who it is, it may be a left back that's young and inexperienced. They don't have to like come in straight away, and like affect the game. There's less pressure on them, so they can ease themselves into it.
It sounds good. It sounds good in practice, I guess. But don't you?
Also,
Damn.
it's basically just the same shit we were asking for this season with Poch in terms of with that midfield.
Yeah. So basically, you're gonna put on two left backs, or not? Yeah, you're basically two left backs, a center back, and a right back.
No, I'm gonna put two. I'm gonna start in a back four, like a normal back four.
So Cuckoo's still the left back.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you said he was the left center back.
No. Put him as the left back, but instead of in the way we're playing now, he inverts into midfield. Yeah. Instead of that happening, he just becomes the left center back in a back three, in possession.
Okay, then
Zizou.
So then, who is the left back in that?
No, what, brother? Does anyone else get it?
No, I get what
get
you
it, I
mean.
get
So say the back four is like Reece James, Savić, Cowell, and Cucurella. Like Reece bombs forward.
So that's
then
what it is out of possession.
It becomes a back three. It shifts over to a back
In
three.
possession.
A makeshift back three.
Okay.
Man said I can do that. Give me a Lewis Bannon, please.
No. Let him beg for his
Scott,
job.
so are you saying when you substitute
you're
a
done
different
out,
left back, they then go forward?
No, then in that situation you'd have to adjust, right? And it depends the other left back we get. But that's what I'm saying. If we had, so for example, right, let's just hypothetical, we've been linked with that Archie Brown kid who's coming from Belgium. He's like 19. You can't expect him to start and get it straight away, right?
Why?
So what you're because I don't expect a 19-year-old who's come out of Belgium to click straight away. If he does, great, but I don't expect him to. There's also, if he is the second choice left back, way less pressure on him to kick, basically perform straight away. So it's not lowering your expectations, but lowering the pressure that those guys are under from day one.
Yeah, there's nothing.
That's
No,
fair.
there's nothing wrong with what
If
Scott
we were to
said.
sign Robinson, for example, it's a
My
different
thing is,
conversation. But
there's nothing wrong with what Scott said, and I kind of agree with it. My thing is, I don't want like Reece to be playing as a bombing fullback. Do people not like? Cool. No, I mean, no one's gonna listen anyway. But like, I just think in order to like actually preserve him, for him to maximize his career, he shouldn't have to be bombing up and down the whole time. So him playing inverted like makes sense. No.
Yes and no, because
I say
playing as an inverted midfielder, you still have to cover just as much ground.
you don't have to cover as much ground all the time.
No.
My thing is you take away a good part of what you like.
He
Some of the
is
good stuff you get
as
out
a
of it.
cross. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
That's
but
the annoying
they
thing.
still find
yes and no.
you can still find angles for him to cross the same way that Trent does
Yeah.
when he inverts. So
Because,
I
and Scott, like you say, it takes away from his game, but I mean, yes and no. Like if we're chasing it, if we're chasing a game and we desperately need a goal, then fine, you can chuck Reece James forward. But other than that, I'd rather have him tucking into the backfield. And besides, his defensive game is, in my opinion, just as good as his attacking game. So we get the best out of him either way.
Yeah.
He's an elite crosser. He's elite defensively. 1v1, there's no fullback that can touch him in the world. I'd rather have that.
Reece James prop just doesn't sound right coming out of his mouth. It just doesn't.
That's
sound
because, bro. That's because you people that have agendas. Whereas I'm balanced.
It has a
Bro,
negative
I'm balanced.
connotation to it. It just sounds
Bro.
like you're trying to diss him while trying to compliment.
It sounds like I'm trying to diss him.
It just doesn't
okay.
sound
No,
right.
Dag, let's go into Dag. What diss could I have right now? What diss? What do you think I'm saying? What do you think I'm saying? What's the diss? What's the hidden meaning?
I don't know.
What's
It's
the
just
subliminal?
the tone that you had, the tone that
Dag,
you carried. It just
you've
sounded
known
very.
me long enough. If I was going to diss Reece James, I would say it. I don't do subliminals.
That's a good point. No, but seriously though, I get what you're trying to say, but I don't think him running up and down the touch line is going to be that big of a
issue for him.
Issue. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
He can't do it, but like he shouldn't have to be doing it all the time.
Yep.
I'll be honest, based as well. Say for example, moving away from the Reece talk momentarily, if we do, by the way, go with this 4-3-3 with one midfielder sitting and inverting a fullback, there's a part of me that wants Enzo to be the one that sits.
Okay.
Same.
I don't see a problem with that.
Just because, like, especially in a possession system, we've seen this season, as great as Caicedo has been a lot of the season, the issues he has had is when he's in possession and gets pressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there is a part of me that wants Enzo to be deeper. And then just because we've seen as well, Caicedo has been very effective in the attacking areas at times this season. So, and I think you can still allow at times Enzo a bit of freedom to get forward, to put in the long balls and whatnot into the box and stuff he was doing under Potter.
Yep.
Anyway,
Can't lie about this Maresca done it, bro.
People don't want to listen about what I'm saying about Reece. It's fine.
Are you happy or not so happy, Sead?
I don't know what to think, man. But I never thought it'd be. Listen, man, there's positives and negatives to everything. Positives to Zerbi, negatives to Zerbi, and the same with Enzo. I wasn't a fan on any of these guys, man, which is why I said weeks ago it's too cool flick. Anyone after that, I don't really give a shit about. I just pray they get it right. If I'm being serious, I just pray. Yo, hold up, Scott, man. Don't laugh at Tuchel yet, man.
Man said Tuchel.
I just pray they get it right. You know, this is their last chance. They can't get this one wrong, bro. They can't. Impossible.
You know, we're on the duck on this one.
Can't lie. I got no sense of loyalty to those two fucks. You bitch ass motherfuckers better get this shit right, dog. Y'all done burnt this twice. Y'all done burnt this twice.
No, they've only burnt us once.
Okay, can we clarify something? Were they part of the hiring of Potter?
No, they came in after.
No, they weren't. Yeah.
Okay, so they've only
They've
been
been responsible for one manager coming in. That was Poch.
Right.
It's just the issue that they've had is they always are responsible for player signings. That's what goes out against them as
No,
well.
but I think their player signings is fine, but I think the bigger issue is like, okay, whether they hired Potter or not, it's a similar hiring to a Pochettino, right? In terms of the long process or something, and it's similar to the Maresca guy, and it's just the fact whether they're willing to change their model or not. Because if this doesn't work, are they going to go same process or are they going to change? Have to wait and see. Have to wait and see.
I don't have a clue.
No one
We'll
knows,
have to
bro.
see. Shout out Jesters, bro. Hope everything's good. Hope you had a good day. We can't hear you, bro. Not sure. It might be the headphones. I'm not sure. Right, while he's sorting that, shout out to Ilya saying unpause. It's Reese and Cole. We're okay. Yeah, we still can't hear you, brother. And big up to Joseph saying, hear me
What
out.
about now?
There it is. There you go. Gusto has an inverted left back over Cucurella.
No,
yeah, I'd rather him just stick to being a right back, innit? I hear
the bigger thing for me why I say no is just you can't play two injury prone right backs. We only have two right backs. And I can't be playing both of them when they're both injury prone.
Is Gusto injury prone?
Gusto's injury prone. What?
Somewhat.
Everybody in
No,
our
he's
squad
not.
was injury prone.
No, he's not.
But that was up to the manager.
He's not.
No, we're not. It's Poch tax, man. Let's not do this.
No, but even so, I need to be proven that they aren't injury prone then.
First of
No,
all,
Reese is injury prone. Gusto is.
let's not overcook.
big injury issues.
We're overcooking a tweet, thinking that this guy is going to play this style because of a tweet. He's going to come in, he's going to evaluate the squad, and he's going to put us in the best positions to win. Okay, yes, he has a formula. Yes, he has tactics. Yes, he has a formation he likes to play. But saying that this person is going to invert because that's what we did this year, or that's what a tweet says, you don't even know if Cucurella is going to be in the squad next year. We don't know that as of today. Because one of the left backs is leaving, and we don't know which one it is. Because if a left back is coming in, one of them's leaving. Do you know which one's leaving? For 100% fact. So why are we talking about Cucurella inverting? Why are we talking about anybody
The
inverting?
reports have leaned more to Cucurella this season, if anything.
Leaving, yes.
Yeah.
Because unless United come get Ben Chilwell, who else is coming to come and get him? Now you could see United come and get Ben Chilwell.
That is hilarious if they get Chilwell. Oh my!
Well, there's talk if Pochettino gets the job that they're going to come in for Chalobah and Gallagher.
Oh my God! If they get Chilwell, oh my God!
The squad does nothing. You can send it to
So, I just think that we need just to relax. I know everybody wants to go out and put their 2 cents on something, but let the guy, he hadn't even signed his contract yet, and we're already trying to cook a man. If, everybody wants somebody that's been there, done that, but let's look at Oliver Glasner, what he did coming in for probably one of the most experienced managers in the world, and Roy Hodgson. Look at that team before and after. Which one would you rather have, the experienced manager or the young up-and-coming manager?
Honestly, just whichever one plays you the best football.
Well,
that's why
look at Crystal Palace after he came in. It was beautiful football. They were
comparing him to Roy Hodgson.
Absolutely. So we don't know what this guy is going to be. Everybody wants to be a naysayer or throw, this they don't know what they're doing. This is a different era of football than when y'all grew up. When I grew up, it's a different era of football. So we have to adjust the way we think based on this era of football, not when we were growing up.
Yeah.
Okay. Things are different. All the big teams are going to a multi-club model, a feeder club model. They're all going to this model, all the big clubs, because this is the way to stay sustainable under the new rules coming in. People need to get this through their head. It's not when Roman first came in. It's changed when FFP came in. Roman wasn't the same after FFP, was it? If you look at the winning percentage before and after and the trophies we won, he got neutered during FFP. And if we really want to look at it and talk about 115 charges, well, guess what? The only reason that we stayed relevant is because Roman cheated. Same, it just is what it is. And the reason Man City is so far out in front of everybody else is because they started this multi-club model, and they were lucky enough to sign the best manager right now in world football, in Pep Guardiola. That is the reason Man City is coming. Because guess what? They're going to roll more players through from their feeder clubs, and the things that we don't want, they're going to start rolling them through.
That's why Michel Sanchez is a hot favorite for the City job if Pep leaves. They already got him ready.
They got them stacked. That's what we want to do. So when somebody leaves, we have somebody to take that position. There's no drop off. It's plug and play. And that's what we're trying to build. It takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. But we're well on our way. We signed 2 of the best young talents out of South America in recent memory. When was the last time Chelsea signed 2 of the best South American players? Can you name them?
Oscar and Nathan.
Nathan.
When they were kids.
Yes, at the time we signed them. At the time we signed them, Oscar had just played in the Olympics, and we also signed Nathan that summer as well. They were supposed to be 2 top tier Brazilian talents.
They were. Kennedy, another one.
Jesus, man.
No, they did not have the hype. They're not talking about the next Messi. They're talking about the next Messi. Both of these
Nathan was labeled the next Neymar.
He was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Because I never paid attention to comparisons like that back in the day. Because our squad was so good. If you're that level, you can show it to me.
No, our squad. This is after we won it. This was in 2012 when we won the Champions League. We got Oscar.
Yeah. Joined Chelsea in 2015
or 20. Nathan. No, hold on.
Well,
no, not 2012. I remember. No, it wasn't 2012. But to be fair, I do remember when we got Oscar and Nathan.
Trust the process, guys.
Yep. Trust it.
Look, these guys are coming with a lot of hype. They look good from what I've seen of them. I'll just see what they do for us. Right. I ain't writing anybody up immediately.
Gestures is right though. Like getting 2 top tier Brazilian talents. I'd rather get them now than we have to wait, say, 4 or 5 years, 6 years, and all of a sudden they're costing $3 million, and we can't sign them because they cost too much money.
Right.
The players are not the problem. I don't think we're here questioning the players or questioning their scouting.
Yeah, we have questioned. I'm not saying that people here have questioned the players, but if you look overall, the Chelsea fan base, we want more experience in the squad. Quit signing kids, all these freaking kids. And then in the same breath, unless they're from Cobham. Kids are okay as long as they're from Cobham. If they're not from Cobham, no kids.
Not just there. It was just a little funny because you came in saying we shouldn't be talking about how our next manager is going to be playing, and said instead we should be talking about how our recruitment's going and all the shit that we've been talking about for the past 3 years. So it was just a little funny the way that you came in off on the topic.
No, I'm just saying that these have all been said against the directors of football that we have at the club, and I think the recruitment's been amazing. I think we have one of the most talented squads in the world.
Mm-hmm.
If you look in the entirety of the squads.
Yeah.
And if you go position group by position group, there's not very many teams that boast a better talented squad than us. We just have to put the pieces in place. And I know everybody is used to winning year after year, but guess what? It's a new time. It's not going to be same people winning year after year. It's because of the new PRS coming in. You're going to see a lot of new teams challenging, and so top 4 is not a nailed on thing anymore for top 6 teams because everybody's going to have the same amount of money to spend. So it's going to be a lot more competitive. So to stay at the top, you have to be ahead of the game, and we're already ahead of the game than most of the top 6 teams, besides Man City. They're the ones that are far out in front of us. So
yeah, we could have made a few more steps forward with the better managerial decisions, but like you've said, the whole process in itself was going to take a while to get Chelsea back where we want them to be.
And look, right, if you go back, and hindsight's 2020, but if you go back and read the overwhelming opinions on Poch's hiring, everybody was okay with it.
Oh, yeah, myself included.
He knows how to build
I was one of them.
with Southampton.
I also think I didn't do enough research into his time at PSG, and like that's my silliness.
Yeah, same.
He for me, the mark of a manager is, does the squad outplay the talent, right? As a team, is the sum of their parts, when they're put together, look better than the parts as individuals, right? That's the mark of a manager, to get the squad to play correctly, right? You can't do anything about the talent in your squad, but if you can get them to play above the talent that they have, you have a good manager. And Poch's team have never played above their talent level. The only reason he did anything with Spurs is because Harry Kane and Son were playing out of their minds.
Dele Alli as well.
Yeah, Dele Alli, but that was not. It didn't sustain, and they didn't go above and beyond their level.
No,
he didn't do that with PSG. They played worse under Poch than they did under Tuchel.
I read a lot of bad stuff about the way they were playing in the last few months.
So it's just, it is what it is. You make mistakes with managers. Hopefully, this guy comes in and he brings a system in. He brings a clear idea of what he wants to do, and he teaches the tactics to the squad. I don't think Poch did that. He's not a teaching coach. He's like, okay, we're going to play this way. Now go run 500 laps.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, come on.
You want to talk about like a team like getting burnt by a manager? You understand that they bought like 5 midfielders after that, brother? They quite literally bought like 5 midfielders the season after Poch left because of how many injuries they had. PSG.
That was all because of injuries.
Yeah.
The season after
he could have done some serious damage to those players. Enzo playing injured for like 6 months.
People didn't do their research on Poch because people didn't watch him at PSG. But I remember that time. I remember people were trying to free Poch of all the blame by blaming Messi and Neymar. People would rather defend Poch than actually. People would rather defend Poch and slander 2 of the greatest players of all time. Like, this is crazy, man.
Yeah. I think he played Messi at left back.
DM.
Neymar was playing left wing. Heard Kimpembe at left back.
Yeah, he was doing some stupid stuff, man. It just it's because people don't watch other leagues and understand that there's other football besides the Premier League.
But they were struggling. You had Messi and Neymar, and you were struggling to break down low blocks. Well, I keep saying this. The year he won the league.
Let me see if I can find that thread.
The year he won the league, Poch was not even nominated for manager of the season in France. You know how crazy that is? Not to be nominated for manager of the year, but yet you've won your domestic league.
Hey, I got to bounce. I got family at the house. It's Memorial Day, so that's why I'm at work. But I just want to come on and put my 2 cents in.
No, man, it was good to hear from you. That was a good perspective.
Hey, feel free to slander me when I go. That's cool. It's all love.
Oh, never be me, man.
Justin, you rocking up to a Copa America game this year?
I don't think so. I got too much going on. I'm about to have surgery. So.
Oh fuck. Everything good?
Yeah, no. It's not a major surgery, but it's a surgery that's gonna put me down for a while. So.
All right. Well, all the best, man. Hope it goes well. Give us an update.
Later.
Take care, brother. Bless up, man. Bless up.
Take care. I'm excited for that this year. Hopefully, I can catch a couple games.
Yeah, a lot of summer tournaments. I get to see Enzo cook under a real coach. That'll be nice. That'll be fucking nice. And I just realized, I was thinking, what the fuck do we do for summer content in 2025? I just realized there's a whole fucking Club World Cup. Shout out FIFA. Let's go.
No, there's just a lot of stuff we can talk about. We can talk about
Oh,
why.
that's during the summer?
Yeah. June to July.
Oh, shit.
So I don't know what we're doing for preseason.
Oh, shit. Good luck to those players. Damn.
25-26 will be interesting because Madrid, Chelsea, City, I think Liverpool are in there as well.
Man, they better get their boat trips in here.
We go and suffer in 25-26. That might be another injury crisis to deal with. Injuries. We'll have to see.
The least the fucking FAs could do is increase the fucking squad sizes.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
We need to see if we can start. Actually, no, starting the season late wouldn't even help us because that just causes a bigger pile up.
Right. I mean, just increase the squad size. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Hey, you know what would help?
Reason why you're limited to. There's no reason why you should be limited to like 23.
Oh, no Liverpool.
Cool. They're not.
If you're knocked out of domestic cups early, that helps you. That's what Arsenal did last year.
Say that again?
If you get knocked out of domestic cups early, that helps. Arsenal, they weren't getting injuries last year because they weren't playing like multiple games a week for a long period of time.
Yes. No. That is a good
City from England.
By the way, I'm not saying that's a smart thing to do because.
But even with the addition, with the addition of the five substitutes that we have now, you might as well just like allow them to have more bench seats, so that they can have more players.
They have.
They do.
Even more.
Dag, again, I don't think that's a problem for Chelsea next season. We're playing Conference League. We can play 2 11s.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about going into like 2025, especially the way that he's saying. God damn, can you imagine? You have to play from August to July. When the fuck do you rest?
Hey, hold that, man.
When do you rest?
August until July.
From August to July, like
and also next year they've taken away. Next year they've taken away. They're taking the winter break as well.
Like that is 12 months.
Wait, since when is there a winter break?
They get paid enough, Doug, man.
There was a winter break. Like they were doing it where they stretch match days, one match day through 2 weeks. So 5 teams would play 1 week, 5 teams play the next. You will get a week.
Hey, August until
now that's gone. So
listen, you're absolutely right. They do get paid enough, but at some point, it's like these brothers aren't going to be able to walk when they're 50, dude. Like,
sacrifices. They're going to be doing the Saka limp.
August until July. Listen, man. Reese, let's see how that surgery panned out, man.
Oh, brother.
Here we go.
Oh, no. Yes, Jimmy, what are you saying, bro?
I'm good, man. I don't get why people I remember when we signed Gusto, what Leon Sam said about Gusto.
No, what did he say?
He was a 5 out of 10 and not good going forward. I don't care about what ex-fans say about people leaving their club. I really don't care. I don't care. I don't care because I was told that Malo Gusto was not good going forward. The liability, all the shit I heard about Gusto, he was completely opposite of that. Completely opposite of that. If you go listen to what Vic Jacobson said about. He's a Leicester fan, right? Listen what he said about the coach compared to what. It's like the total opposite. So I can't take. It's like okay, we fired Poch, right? If you ask Lewis about Poch, and then you ask the dude Alex from Chelsea TV, what do you think you're gonna hear?
You're gonna hear two different things, yeah.
Exactly. He's gonna put all the blame on everything else. He's gonna ignore everything Poch did wrong and talk about the good. That's just how it is. I heard Matt say his pal said he's happy to see the back of Maresca. Like, maybe he's looking at his dad and he's gay. Because why would you want what? He just got you promoted. How bad could it be? He's got you promoted. Like, some fans just weirdos like that. Like, I don't get it.
That's crazy when you beat it, though.
He said he's happy to see him go. Like, huh? He just got promoted. Like, you would have made you like, I don't know. I'm cool. None of the managers that was in the pot that we was picking out of were any different from each other. I can't think of anything to separate them. So try to big up one and down the other, to me, it's like it just looks silly because all of them pretty much got the same fucking resume.
That's what I'm thinking. You can't be against whatever manager we get in immediately. You can't. You gotta let them at least show themselves out a bit. That's what we did with Poch. He cooked shit and we clocked it.
I can see if like after some preseason games, people don't like what they see, and they be like, you know what, I don't like what I see. But like to go off of just 90, I don't know what to go off of. Like people always be like, I want a winner. Well, he just won. Like make up your mind. I don't know. Like he just won. Like is he better than people that say, oh, I rather the Zerbi? Well, this dude literally just won. The Zerbi never won. So like I don't know. I don't know. I'm rocking with whoever come in for now. You know what I mean? Like I ain't really got enough to go off. If it ain't a work, if you ain't no class manager, then you pretty much all the same as far as I'm fucking. Yeah.
I hear it. Like I've seen good sides, I've seen positives, I've seen negatives, but I keep thinking like if you're trying to implement a possession system in the team, that doesn't just click immediately. Even with Guardiola, when he went to Man City, he needed a season. And then they
for the first time,
he needed the right profile.
First time, these like together, like both the owners and the directors or whatever, they're all actually doing their due diligence and getting a proper coach for us. Why are we all negative about it? They're actually doing their research. They're doing their due diligence.
I think you read POI's last tweet, bro.
Yeah, I just brought it up. Chelsea studied how Arteta eventually thrived after leaving Guardiola's staff, and they hope Maresca can flourish in the same way. I feel like these journalists always try to make this Arteta comparison, but I really hope it's not actually true.
No, but again, that's not necessarily like the worst thing. They're trying to get us back to competing again, right? So
I hope they're hiring him more. There's more.
You can also argue as well. Guardiola was inexperienced when he went to the fucking Barca job. He took the B team.
And again, this Arsenal thing, like
yeah.
So like again, this Arsenal thing, like Lewis is right. They're doing it like mainly for clicks, but like it's probably like another factor of why they were even.
Remember when they were talking about the all or nothing doc?
Yeah, but it's probably another factor as to why they're even looking at Enzo Maresca in the first place. Like again, Chelsea fans, like instead of complaining, like do some research on the guy, or just wait until Jimmy's right. Wait until the season actually starts. Give us like 5 games in or 10 games in, then you can start deciding on what's what. Because I remember last year, 10 games into the season, everyone was talking about Ange and how amazing he is. And yet he finished the season 3 points away from us. So just wait.
Yeah, but I just hope there's more to it. And I get the idea, the positives of him working with City squad previously, Lavia, Palmer, whatnot, learning a bit under Pep. That's all good positives. But I just hope there's bigger factors and more important factors behind why we signed them. That's it.
There are.
It would be more than that. Like it's going to be based on the fact of on his style of play. Like they said, they've been looking at the data and he's been talking about the squad heavily, so I guess that's also played a part into it as well. Doesn't sound like he's asking for anything in terms of transfers, and there's past quotes where he said he don't really care about transfers, just let me do my job as a coach. So, like, I think it's a range of different factors, if anything. I just get the concern, because it is a big step up from the Championship to a team of Chelsea stature. I understand the concern, but same way, I'm not going to let that overwhelm me. I'm going to just let the football speak for itself. It always does.
That's every manager, Lewis. There's not manager we've been looking at that isn't a big step.
I mean, it is a concern, but yet in the same breath,
different steps though, because Brighton to Chelsea is not the same as Championship.
In the same breath, Chelsea fans were willing to.
But it's Championship, Lewis. But it is like Leicester.
No, but
look, managing in the Championship, no Prem experience.
Yeah, it's Leicester, bro. They're like always in the Premier League. It's not like Ipswich, who are never in.
No, I hear all of that, but like step up Championship to playing in the Championship to Chelsea is still different. That's still a big step up.
No, but again,
even if it's a club of Leicester side.
bro, let's not do this because
I'm not saying it's a bad
Chelsea,
thing, but I'm saying it's a reason for concern.
bro, Chelsea
See what
fans were
happens.
also gassing up Ian Maatsen playing in the Championship and how amazing he is and how he'll make the step up. So if you're excelling in the Championship, then you can make the step up into the Premier League.
You said that like they was gassing him. He's in the fucking Champions League final. There wasn't
Exactly. No, but that's my point, though, Jimmy.
Oh,
that,
you
like,
mean in the
why
okay,
can't he
okay,
make
okay,
the
my
step up?
bad.
Yeah,
My bad.
people
Okay,
were gassing up Maatsen in the Championship and saying, "Oh, he should start. He should start. He should play." Well, he should play because of how well he was doing in the Championship. We've seen players, especially the past like few seasons, players excel in the Championship and make the step up into the Prem and be comfortable. Reece James, Levi Cole when he was at Brighton last year, Gerard Bowen, Bukayo Tomori.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're concerned about it, I understand, but don't let it overwhelm you.
Enzo might be very good. We don't know. So instead of getting angry about it, just give him time.
So
you guys say you want a manager. You guys all Chelsea fans complaining about we need a manager to give time with, right? We now have the manager to give time with, and you're still complaining.
Sorry, Prime, to add on to that. Before Alonso got the Bayer Leverkusen job, he was a manager for Sociedad under 18s. Zidane was the manager of Real Castagna. They're under their B squad for Real Madrid. These are recent examples of managers that have handled Moto. Bologna, before Bologna manager, I don't know where he was actually. I think he was maybe Juventus under 18s. Like I think it was youth.
I think he was managing PSG's under 18s.
Under 18s, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, that's what I'm saying. So a lot of these people have been managing under 18 squads and then getting managerial roles in these positions, right? Some of them for Real Madrid, some of them for Bayer Leverkusen, who, you know, is arguably still the fourth biggest team in terms of club size in Germany because they had made Champions League finals with Ballack in 2002 and stuff. So it's not like I know they haven't won stuff, but yeah.
They didn't just say that they're going to a Championship side and getting any sort of manager. They're going for the best bet possible. Juve have gone for Motta. Leverkusen went for Alonso. We are going for what we. There's no guarantees in life, but if you're going to do something, make sure it's like the best bet possible. We're going for that in Alonso, or not? Like,
and to be honest, Flick had a horrible managerial career before he took the Bayern job. In terms of club wise, he was really bad. I'm glad everyone's seeing the light of that, but yeah.
The next thing, if you really pay attention, all these old managers that everybody loves, they're getting the fuck out of football. People are not tolerating that no more. Clubs are not tolerating this one guy dictating the entire club. Them days are done. Them days. If Ancelotti leaves, how many of them old guard managers really last? Ain't too many. So this idea of
Conte goes there with Tuchel. I think that's about
none of them are getting any of the big jobs. None.
And sorry, some kid. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah. Sorry, some guy messaged.
He's gonna be done.
Yeah, and some guy.
Another club, he's gonna be done.
And some guy messaged. There's a jump between Chelsea and Girona. There's also a jump between Real Castagna and Real Madrid. A jump between Barcelona 18 and Barcelona itself. And that's Pep and Zidane. So these guys saying there's a jump. You know what I'm saying? There's also a jump. There's a jump between Bologna and Juventus. Just saying.
Look, if you can coach, you can coach.
I don't know why.
Yeah, should be just simple as that.
Bro, Chelsea need a complete cultural reset. Like Chelsea right now, we're not in the frame of mind as a club and as a squad where we can just go and get
the culture reset started. Culture reset.
I know, Jimmy. Just let me land. My point is, we're not at a point as a club or as a squad where we can just go and bring back Tuchel and we'll win the Champions League next year. We're not doing any of that shit. We don't need any of that shit. Jimmy, listen to what I'm saying instead of reacting. My point is, we need a manager like Enzo Maresca. We need a coach. We have too many talented but very young players. We need a coach. So
Prime, this link to Michel that's on the screen right now, it shows that we're going for a similar possession style football to Pep because these are the exact same managers linked to taking the Man City job next year with Michel and Enzo.
I don't know
get
about
the big
anybody.
deal. What
I'd
do you
rather
mean?
fucking possession-based football means less goals scored on you. I don't like that fucking up and down, running around like a chicken. I heard Met say, "Oh yeah, even with Poch, we had some good games, and then there's a bunch of games we didn't fucking win." Like, what are we talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because it's more end to end.
nice that, bro. I'll be real.
Here's what the thing is.
Lewis, I'm being so honest. Like, no, like if that's the type of game you want to watch, go and fucking watch basketball. Go and watch basketball because that's what happens in basketball. It's end to end. You see a lot of points a lot of the time. Like, it's very frantic. Bro, I don't care about if it's exciting if we lose. I couldn't give a shit. I don't care.
That's why the match going fans didn't have a lot for Sarri. They didn't have a lot of time
I'm not
for Sarri.
being funny. If I want excitement, if I want excitement in my life, I'll go and do something that's exciting, right? Like, I watch football partly to be entertained, but partly because I want my team to win.
Facts.
And people can say all this. Oh,
I guarantee you, when we have the teething problems, they're going to be what's his name, Maresca out.
Exactly.
Because it's going to be slow. It's going to be boring.
You guys want excitement. It was very exciting when we lost 5-0 to Arsenal, wasn't it? That was an exciting game.
It's nothing wrong with a possession-based manager when you have players that can give you individual brilliance. So there's nothing wrong with that. When you have possession-based football, and then you have players that can give you individual brilliance, that's the perfect fucking combination. Because it's possession-based, you're gonna control the ball, and those individually brilliant players, when they're ready, bam, 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 and fucking, we're gonna create chances. You can miss me thinking we're not gonna create chances. Fuck that. We're gonna create chances. Look at the players. Look at the talent we got. We're gonna create chances. People talking about, oh, he doesn't have a plan B. I don't care. I don't care. Any fucking coach that got a great plan B, that means his plan A must suck. Why the fuck you running to your plan B so much? Good coaches don't have to go to plan B. Nah, if you got a great plan A, I'll take a weak plan B. I don't care. I don't care.
Hey,
if your
Jimmy,
plan
Jimmy,
A
what was Pep's plan B on Saturday? What was Pep's plan B on Saturday?
Exactly. Oh, plan B.
Didn't look like no one.
What was Xavi Alonso's plan B what was Xavi Alonso's plan B last week, Wednesday?
The Europa League final. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they caught him off guard with that one.
Bro, and Xavi Alonso got jumped 4-0.
Big up to Artab saying not giving him time. I want at least top 4 and the UCL. Look, time can be given and have those targets set.
I was say there's a different.
We've done it before, and we haven't played consistent through the season.
I was gonna say there's a difference between like time doesn't mean you give him like a season or two. I'm talking like if we don't see perfect level football within the first month or two, I'm fine with that. If I see that the principles are right. Because it will take time. I'm not saying like I expect by at least November, December to start seeing cohesion and like us to like start dominating games in terms of on a possession basis. But it can take a month or two. But I'm not taking a season. That's the difference. And I agree. Like top 4 and the Conference League, if we participate, is the bare minimum. But like things can take a month or two to click. We've seen it before.
Like progress just has to be shown throughout the season, as well as we hit our targets. Like we will have down periods with Maresca. I don't think it's going to be easy for the first season, but I expect us to have good moments. I expect us to score goals. I expect us to get results, even in games that we don't play well in, and get top 4 and win the Conference League. Like he will still probably show you moments where he's not perfect and he is a little bit stubborn. I'm expecting that, but the target still can be set, can be reached. Top 4 is not impossible. We finished 5 points off it, and we played like dog shit for 80% of the season.
People talk about
with other additions like Osimhen, for example, 4th in the Conference League, even with him needing time. Yes, go do it. Go do it.
People talk about being stubborn, and like as if that's a bad thing. Do you know what a bad thing is? Abandoning your principles at the start of a season because of player time.
That's
You know what?
right.
You know what's bad? Finding a system that works in a game and then throwing it out the window the next game that follows. You know what's bad? Finding a system 5 games to go in the remainder of a season, it not working for a half, and throwing it out the window in the second half. That's bad. I don't care if you're stubborn, so long as your system actually works. If your plan A is flawless, like 9 out of 10 times, you don't need a plan B. Not really. Just make sure it works.
Somebody tell me which manager, because all the top managers don't really have a plan B. So name me the manager with the best plan B. Name me. Because these words that come out on Twitter and then all you fuckheads run with it. Name me the manager that has the best plan B. That and then like who? I bet none. Not nobody can name you. It's just something. It's just like catchphrases. You know, he doesn't have a plan B. Okay, what manager has a plan B? Who's the good manager with a plan B? Name me the manager. Does Ancelotti have a plan B?
That's why I forget plan B. What I want to know is what the game management is like, but I'm only going to find that out when he's here. So I'm going to have to wait till then. That's the bigger thing for me. Like, I'm plan A's, plan B's, and all of that, because that changes depending on your opposition anyway. If your team's in a bad position, can you help get them out of it? Do you bring on
you want a manager with a plan B, but yeah, you don't want Mourinho back because he's finished. You guys wanted Tuchel sacked. You don't want Conte. You don't want Allegri. Who else do you want? You don't want any of these old school managers who will have a plan B, C, D. So what do you want?
Nobody don't want no old school manager. Nobody.
So why are you So why would people complain? Like, people just complain for the sake of it, man.
Watch the landscape of football, man. Shit is changing. Ain't nobody fucking with these old grumpy ass old men. Nobody's doing that anymore. And that's in all sports. Worldwide. Over here in America, it's the same way. Those old grumpy coaches that run shit like a dictatorship are gone. They're leaving the sport. Nobody got time for that shit no more. Nobody's putting up with that shit. Them old grumpy ass attitudes and everybody walking around on eggshells. That shit, nobody wants to do that anymore.
You bring up that quote that Pies Maresca saying he'd quit.
About transfers. Yeah, one sec.
No, not about the transfers, about the result after the Swansea 3-1 game where if the fans didn't stop complaining. This nigga's precisely what you're complaining about, Jimmy. This nigga is that whatchamacallit, whatever the fuck. Like I get what you're trying to say, but like this dude is the same way. Like, he is an old school type of nigga. Like, he is.
No, he's not old school. No, he's not old school.
All right, get. My bad, but. No, read this, my nigga. Read this. All right, my bad. Let me read it to you.
Let me read it to you. About fans. That ain't got nothing to do with. I'm talking about controlling the club. Controlling the club. It ain't got nothing to do with controlling the club. How the fuck is this controlling the club? I said dictatorship. How is this a dictatorship? Where's the dictatorship?
About complaining? You said.
Telling the fans right now. You have some managers who sit and let
Maresca versus match-going fans next season is going to be hilarious.
Some managers say, shut the fuck up.
Hey, get him in already. Hey, get him in already. That's my manager. Get him in already.
Yo, he is going to beef Matthew Harding so quick.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Good.
Wait, so Maresca's anti-proper Chelsea. My manager.
That's what I'm saying. Bring him in already.
I'll come to 0-0 in the starry season.
Maresca till I die. I'm Maresca till I die. I know I am. I say I am Maresca till I die. Let's go. My fucking manager.
I like managers that don't fucking cater to no bitch ass fans. Fuck fans crying. You're a manager. Do your job.
Maresca's coming to avenge Sarri. Let's go.
I agree.
Sorry, this is for you, my Italian brother.
I agree, but that don't mean that he's not causing eggshells to be walked around.
Yeah, don't
care, man. Nothing to do with eggshells.
What do you mean? Yes, it does.
No, the fucking dad. You sound like a retard, bro. This is fans. Fans.
No, I know. I know, but do you really think that somebody who has an attitude like this just...
No, bro. Why
So
are players
a
gonna
grown
walk
ass
around on
man.
eggshells?
Hold on, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go.
Why?
And I'll wait my
Okay,
turn.
let me go. So I can make my point that you can't counter. Why?
Okay.
Him talking about fans will make players walk on eggshells, bro. That's him telling fans, I don't care what the fuck you guys are saying. That has nothing to do with players. Now you don't try to twist it and make it something that it's not. He's talking to fans. But where the fuck eggshells come in? Eggshells come in with dictatorship managers. A Mourinho, those type of guys. All fucking guard managers. These young managers are not like that. They're not like that. They don't go at the board. They're not gonna be in the fucking public bashing fucking board and shit, bashing players. They don't do that. These new managers are not doing that. They don't do that. That shit don't go over well. It don't. It don't work no more. It doesn't work. They don't fucking do it. You don't really see it. People don't bash players like how these motherfucking old dudes used to do. It don't work. It don't fucking work. Yeah. Ain't nobody walking around no eggshells doing because he talking to fans. He talking to fans. Ain't got nothing to do with the players.
Can I go? Can I go?
Yeah, go for it, Dag.
Okay, all right. Look, so I understand everything that you try to say, and the funny part is I agree with a whole bunch of it. And you're right. I want a manager like this. I want a manager that's going to tell the fans to shut the fuck up. That's going to do this. That's going to do this. Sure, but I'm just looking at it from a common sense point of view. If a grown man cannot understand that these fans have no say in what the fuck goes on in his life, and he still feels like he has to make these kind of comments, it makes me feel like he's gonna hold this kind of tone. Hold on, I'll let you go. Let me finish real quick. I'm not gonna go that long. I'm not gonna go that long.
That's beta male shit. Nobody don't care about that beta male shit. That's that soft shit, bro.
All right, Jimmy.
I'm just calling it spade a spade. If the nigga feels like he has to say this shit to fans, you really tell me that it's not gonna cause eggshells at the park if he's telling one of the what you call it?
I don't.
One of his players. If he's telling one of his players some shit, you really think it's not gonna cause some shit?
No, why?
I don't really understand how. Yeah, I don't understand the correlation. Like saying something to players and saying something to fans is completely different.
If anything, this would empower the players to be saying.
I don't get the correlation. Telling fans, get the fuck up. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
Yeah, Klopp's done it a lot, to be honest.
It's a comment that doesn't need to be made. That's
my whole
point. The same way you can avoid, the same way that you can avoid.
Listen. No. That's your beta male opinion. Avoid. That's punk ass shit. No disrespect. Men don't avoid shit, bro. We step to it. That's that punk ass shit. That's what I'm telling you. It's not a disrespect. It's just a way of looking at life. It's beta male energy. I can avoid it if I just I can just tell you what it is, and you can shut the fuck up. That's it. He's telling you
just said, Jimmy.
Bro, he's telling the fans you're wasting your time because I don't give a fuck.
You just said the new.
I just said what?
You just said the new age. You just said the new age folks, the new age managers won't say anything to managers. They won't say anything to higher up. But they're not beta males. They're not beta males.
Bro,
that's a contradiction.
That's
a contradiction.
Sorry to hear, brother. Rest in peace, man.
You do not have to be a fucking soft when you to run things. It's not trying to be a fucking alpha male. That's called being controlling. There's a difference. You're mixing the two. Do you know what it is? Do you know what alpha and beta is? Do you know what it is? When somebody's a beta male, did you hear what you just said? Avoid. You don't know Jose Mourinho avoid shit? When you're passive aggressive, that's avoiding shit. That's beta male energy. Passive aggressive is beta male energy. Jose Mourinho did it all the time. So don't conflict the two. You're mixing it.
I'm not conflicting anything.
You are, because you just mixed two things that don't go together. You don't. They don't go together. Just because he's an alpha male facing something head up, saying fuck you, fuck your opinion, do not mean he's a dictator. That's not a dictator. That's not a dictator. That is not a dictator. It's not the same. That's how he handles when somebody says something directly to him. That's how he handles it. You say, oh, he could have avoided not saying nothing. No, that's what you would have did. That's how you would have handled it. You would have avoided saying something because that's your personality. Now you try to project your personality on what he should have did, and I'm a whole nother person who looked at it like, what are you talking about? Why would you not address it? Why would you not say something? Why not? What the fuck they gonna do? What they gonna do? They fans, what they gonna do? Boo? They can't boo if I'm winning. If I'm losing, I'm getting fired anyway. I'm getting fired anyway if I lose. So if I'm winning, let them fucking boo me when I'm winning. That's their choice. That's their choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I don't consider it a beta male energy to not talk to motherfuckers that got nothing to do with your life. That got nothing to do, impact you in any shape or form. Why the fuck you gotta go out your way to
Bro,
say
you
something?
sound silly. Of course fans have
Nigga,
an impact.
it's not sounding silly. You
Fans
made a
have
statement
an
that's just
impact.
blatantly false.
They're in the crowd. They make
You
noise.
made a statement that's just blatantly false. I'm just saying that statement is false. That's it.
What
I'm
statement is false? What statement is false?
Oh my God. Are we gonna go on the cycle again?
What statement, motherfucker? Just repeat it.
You just said that a nigga going. You just said that a nigga, basically, a nigga, if he basically doesn't say anything to niggas that have nothing to do with him, niggas that got nothing to do with him, that got no impact on him. If he don't say nothing to him, then he's a beta male.
Fans
How?
have no impact on him. Fans have no impact on him. So when
No,
he's
they
standing
don't.
on-
You just said that. You said that yourself.
No, listen. It's a reason why he told them to shut the fuck up. Fans are literally right behind him over his shoulder. What do you think he's talking
Let me
to?
see if
People
I can
typing
find any
online?
footage of it.
He ain't talking to people typing online. He's talking to the motherfuckers in the stadium.
I know.
Yelling shit at him.
I know.
So what are you talking about? They don't have no effect. He's literally at fucking work. You think a manager, you think it's normal for a manager to be winning, and then have his fans cussing him? That's not normal. He was winning. Leicester wasn't losing. That's what you're missing. They were winning. They were in first place all season. And his fans were cussing him. Do you understand where he's coming from? I'm in first place, and you're cussing me. Shut the fuck up, or else I will leave. If Pep Guardiola was doing what he's doing, and the city fans was cussing him, you think he won't say, wait, if you motherfuckers don't stop, I'll leave. You don't get it? You don't get it. He was not losing. They was in first place all year. First place. What job can you have and you could be number one and your bosses can keep yelling at you? And at one point you're gonna be like, yo, shut the fuck up, or I'll leave. I can go get another job. Yeah, that's alpha male shit. You talk about just avoid it. Avoid what? Avoid what? Who the fuck gonna take a cussing that you don't have to take? He doesn't have to take it. I got
Okay, I found the quotes. I found the direct quotes. So he said, probably the people, they think it's easy to win games, but it's not easy. I just want to remind that we've played 34 official games and we've won 26. That's a huge number. And probably the people, they think it's easy to win games, but it's not like this. You can feel the fans when they're not happy. Probably some people, they take some things for granted, but it's not like this. 26 wins out of 34. It's something unbelievable. Probably when you win at home and you continue to win, people think it's easy, but it's not easy. I arrive in this club to play with this idea. The moment there is some doubt about the idea, the day after I will leave. It's so clear, no doubts. We've won 26 out of 34, a huge number. If people think it's easy and take it for granted, it's not like this. Huge respect to the players and the effort they're doing. Hopefully we can reach and give our fans the right joy at the end of the season. It sounds like he's...
Now you tell me what's wrong with that quote. That's he telling y'all we're in first fucking place. We winning all these fucking games and y'all still cussing. I'll leave. That's what he's saying. I'll leave. If y'all don't appreciate me, I'll leave. Oh, that could be a
Why were they complaining? Why were they complaining?
Because
I don't know. Probably because it was boring possession football and that shit. The same narratives that always happens at when you go to games a lot. I don't really like possession football the same.
Possession football is boring though. But like, who cares if you're winning? Who cares?
That's it.
Do you also? By the way, do you know what else is boring? Football, Ange ball, getting battered 4-1, playing a high line. That's boring. Playing Klopp's.
Oh shit! We got a Fabrizio update.
Here we go.
Maresca's also informed Leicester City of his desire to sign for Chelsea. The agreement between Maresca and Chelsea on the contract is being sealed. No issues on salary. Understand Maresca's staff is now also being discussed in the club-to-club compensation talks. Fucking hell.
Yo, where's Fater? I need my 100 quid, Fater, please.
God,
bro.
He did that too. Yeah.
Bro, I don't know why.
Yo, Fater, bro. Where you at?
I don't know why.
Where's the Undertaker gone, man?
I don't know why.
Where you at, bro?
Out of my online bet, ask Steve. I gambled with Steve. I lost. I paid him. Fater, please. I'll take my 100 quid.
Hey, Jimmy, don't worry. Fater will pay you. Fater will pay.
I know you will.
I don't even know what Fater made the bet. He has a proposal to make in the
but I'm not. But Brian, at one point when that report came out that he was the secret dude, I got the 100. I put the 100 to the side. I said, God damn, we about to sign.
And then Fabrizio came up with the 90th minute winner.
Yes, I put the 100 to the side, man. I was like, God damn, we about to sign him.
And you know what? It's probably not going to be the Zerbi after all.
Yeah,
it's gonna be Maresca. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Whatever. I look forward to next season. We're going to play better football.
Like, hey, get me top 4, get me Conference League if we play it.
How does the Conference League music go? Anybody know?
I think it's the same.
Same as the Europa.
They couldn't even be asked to give it a different track. Like, even the trophy's the same thing, just a different fucking design.
Oh shit!
Wait, you did? You had a $500 bet? Oh fucking hell!
Oh my
shit! God.
Yeah, that was happening in the chat where you guys were talking about. Yeah,
500.
Hey, some of you man are
y'all are balling out of control. Shit.
Gaming for Life made a $500 bet at what? I wouldn't be Enzo.
Because it's online. They don't gotta pay that shit.
No,
you see, it's stuff like this why I say Chelsea fans, stop complaining about the season tickets going up when you're making stupid bets like this.
Brother, they're not actually gonna pay.
When I hear people complain about the tickets, I just laugh because I'm like, bro, I spent like $600 to go to a Dallas Cowboys game to watch these fuckers lose, and now you guys are gonna do the same in a few years. So fuck you. When it comes to all these prices, fuck you.
I swear, every time I get angry about it, I come onto the stream and I get humbled about it. Yeah, you know what? We have it easy. We have it fucking
so easy, man. Games are so cheap, so fucking cheap,
man. 60 quid to go to a game? Shit, oh my goodness.
I would never miss the game.
I would never miss a game.
They come here for preseason and they bump you lot as well. It's
bullshit. Yeah, Lewis, check Benjamin's comment. Did you guys see that stream?
Lee Gunner, Younes, and Minerals on the stream today. Mad. Shout out Lee Gunner.
That was just pure like.
Shout out LG.
Hey, I will not be there.
No problem.
Nah,
I was there.
I will not be there.
Everyone acts like I do. So
I listened to it before this stream, bro. Like it's.
Oh, it's already happened. Fantastic.
It was probably unhinged. I bet.
Yeah, bruv. I'll see if I get some clips. I ain't giving that guy any ad revenue.
Yeah, I'm good on Minerals and Younes together. I'm good. I can't even imagine.
Nah, dude, too much.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Too much. I'm good on that, bro.
Yeah, facts.
We got rid of a world-class manager, bruv. What's going on, bruv?
I swear it was Poch out the whole season as well.
Poch out the whole fucking time, man.
Wait, he was Poch out?
Yeah, I'm sure he didn't rate Poch.
He called
Poch
a yes man. He called both Younes and the nigga y'all talking about. They both called him a yes man after we lost 4-1 earlier in the season.
Oh, what, to Wolves?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck him.
What an unbelievable game that was.
So the flip flop is glorious. It's funny to see.
I don't think I've ever been that angry.
I mean, Poch is a yes man. Poch is a yes man. Yet Poch was fighting our board to keep Conor Gallagher.
So many games have made me angry, ridiculously angry this season. I've just realized.
Hey, Lewis. I just to maybe a little bit of a cheeky plug. I did a stream with Steve a few days ago on his channel, and we went through Chelsea season like a review. We went through every single game. So there's so many things I blanked out of my fucking memory. How
we
bad
have
we this season. People don't realize, and also as well.
That's why all this copium over 6 games drives me nuts. Like, do you all have the memory of fucking goldfish?
Lewis, this little 5-game run we went on, we've done it like 2-3 times before this season. That's why we went so far in the cup competitions. People don't remember. We were terrible against Villa. That's why we had to do a replay. And during that period of the replay, we went on a purple patch. We were terrible against Middlesbrough. We got outclassed in the first leg. The second leg was during our little purple patch of form, which is why we were able to batter them 6-1. People forget all of this. And they only remember how things end. That's why I'm glad the owners didn't make this decision based off their emotions. They looked at things practically.
And they even then, like a 6-game run where we want to conveniently ignore Forest and
that's why I have a bit of belief they'll make the right decision in the manager. And that's why next season, people keep saying, oh, if we don't make top 4, he'll get sacked. No, he won't get sacked if he does the right things. If we have a system in place, we're playing good football and we're actually progressing, why would he get sacked if we finish a few points off top 4? That wouldn't make sense.
I will laugh, though, if the match-going fans become vocally against this new manager with a bad run of form. Because, like, the fact that it took you till March to even have a couple of Poch chants and they were still quiet, and then there was barely anything in the games like against Arsenal, and then you all started sucking him off in that 5-game run.
Bro, they turned...
If we want to run standards now that we've got fucking Maresca in, you're all a disgrace. You're all a disgrace. Maresca would be the one that needs more time, if anything. He's the less experienced coach. This would be his first year in the Prem. You would kind of have to allow a few mistakes from him as well because he's coming into a completely different league. But what, we want to run standards now? It's an unproven manager when a man that's proven and underachieved himself all the fucking time, everywhere he's gone, we want to just ignore for a year. It's ridiculous. Chloe, I was getting chance going. It's just no one else wanted to do it.
I remember before the Arsenal game. People were like backing Poch and saying that we should give him time, etc. We lost 6-0, and then the fan base flipped and we're saying Poch out. Why should one result change? If you're backing Poch, back him. Because if we had beaten Arsenal 6-0, I'm not going to be Poch him.
And yeah, I'm not saying drop the standards either, by the way. We have to get top 4. We have to win a trophy. Simple as. I'm talking about in the way we play. If there is like a little drop-off in terms of we look a little bit slower on the ball while we try to figure out certain situations against teams, I'm going to allow that. But you have to get the best out of the players. We have to get top 4. And you have to win a trophy. Those are your targets. You have to reach your targets. No question or excuse about that. And we are capable of getting 4th. Don't get it twisted. We finished 5 points off 4th with a bum in charge. Like, are we going to assume Maresca's going to be worse than Poch? I fucking doubt that.
I mean, at worst, we can get the same.
All he has to do is match Poch's level. We can get top 6.
Yeah,
he has to just be a bit better than Poch to get top 4.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, at minimum, just match Poch what he did. Match what
it depends on the season.
But have a stronger structure. It sounds like he's going to have a better structure, and he's going to stick to a structure more consistently than Poch, from what we've heard from Leicester fans, when we heard from, I think, what's his name was on Jim's stream earlier this morning.
Ben Jacobs?
Yeah. So they were saying he sticks to his system to a fault, but at least it's proven that it's an effective system, and and variables of it are similar to what Poch did for the last 5 games. So at minimum,
But
we're going to
also,
see
like,
the exact same thing that we did the last 5 games.
seeing that
What's
though,
wrong
like
with
going,
that?
like I'm glad he does that. Like
Yeah.
every manager or every team in the top 4, and like even the top 5, right, this
Yeah.
season have had a manager that does that. Even in periods where it hasn't gone well, where, like, for example, Klopp has had to change a few things last season. He kept the core principles of his system were the same. He just tweaked a few things. The core principles stayed the same last season, and he changed it because of injuries and whatnot. But it still stayed the same.
Yeah, that's
You
the
look at
sound of
Ange
a really good
played the
manager.
same system. Emery, Arteta, Pep. Like, the thing that pissed me off about Poch the whole season was the fact we didn't have a consistent style of play. We played about 4 different styles of play across the whole goddamn season.
All over the place. All over the place.
And Chloe's right. I mean, the only thing that gives me good hope is that our players are better than Leicester's. And like, we played some variation of his system already, and it looked amazing for the last 5 to 6 games. So it's just a matter of waiting to see what happens at the beginning of the season, letting it progress. I think that it won't take that long, because if we already see a variation of what he's doing and these players are used to it, plus they're already used to each other, playing with each other for a full year. So it's easier for the manager to get used to the team rather than the team to get used to the manager, if that makes sense. So, I mean, a lot of people, I mean, I just think it's a lot of scary ass niggas in this fan base. I mean, it is what it is, you know. That's why I feel like a lot of the people that I see online are super young. So, because like if you're an adult, like, I'm not gonna walk through life being fearful of every little thing that could happen. I could drop dead at 5 seconds from being on this stream. Like, anything can happen. The good can happen, the bad can happen. So you just gotta wait and see.
Yeah, facts. Everyone's too reactionary at this point in time. We still haven't got a here we go yet, by the way. So
yeah,
all it is, the only people being
lot of
majorly
scary ass people.
reactionary about is the bitter Poch-outers.
Yeah.
Oh, you got what you wish now. He's gone. Or whatever, bruv. Be concerned. Well, not even be concerned. You could be a bit cautious, but let the guy cook. Whoever our new manager is, let the guy cook, and then you can judge.
Yeah.
It's the same thing we said with Poch. We let Poch cook. He cooked a bunch of shit, and we called it. We see what happens with Enzo.
Yeah.
Like, we can't be against him from minute one. I refuse to do that, and I've never been like that with any manager.
Yeah, because if it
Always been
fails,
like, you can't make the proof wrong.
Yeah, because if it fails, at least we know the directors are definitely getting their asses canned. I want them to get thrown into the proper Chelsea crowd outside of Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious. I want them to tear those
They don't
motherfuckers
even
up.
talk about the directors. Everything's directed at Bowley. It's not even Iqbali. Not even
I
Clear
mean,
Lake chance. It's just Bowley
it's an
chance.
American thing. I've seen that the last 3-4 years. You know, it is what it is. I mean, the thing is, most Americans don't give a shit about what people say about the country as a whole. You know what I mean? That's why I laugh every time they're like, "These Americans are ruining everything." We don't give a shit. They only care about doing what they need to do. So it
Lewis, it gets directed
they
at
do
them
not
both,
care.
by the way. They talk about, because all I hear is about Bowley and Baghdadi Bali. Like what? And like, what does Johnny mean, by the way, when he calls him a Siri merchant? That
I'm guessing he sounds like Siri.
It's his voice.
That,
yeah, it's mocking
no,
his voice.
that sounds a bit dodgy. Or is that just me?
I don't even get the whole meaning, to be honest. I haven't heard Iqbali speak to even know if he sounds like Siri or
That
not.
sounds so dodgy. But
I know
knowing
Bowley's
Johnny-
called Ted Lasso.
Knowing
Don't know who
Johnny, it
calls
probably is
Sandwich
dodgy
to
as
it.
well. Probably is dodgy, but
It's all mad.
I mean, shit, I don't even know what Roman sounds like. So
Oh,
I can
Gavman,
care
you saying
less.
it's because he's a data merchant?
Oh, okay.
No one really knows. It's just him being him. Like,
yeah,
it's the seasonal coming out of Johnny again.
I blame Lewis for Johnny. That's your one
Yeah.
negative.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Nah, actually, it's not even Lewis's fault. It's not even Lewis's fault.
Nah, Lewis birthed that dude, man. He gave him a
Yeah,
chance,
but I
man.
told him
I
not making make
mean,
a YouTube channel, bro.
No,
Silly,
Johnny.
mate.
nah,
No, it's
technically,
not. Lewis.
technically, Monstar built Jimmy, or not Jimmy.
It's not even Monster's fault,
Fuck, I don't
actually.
even know
It's
his
not.
name.
It's
Yeah,
not
I
Monster.
first knew him from Monster's channel as well. Yeah.
No, it's not even Johnny's fault. It's not even Monster's fault. It's low key my fault.
I think you were the first one to fall out with him.
No, I was the first one to actually bring him on streams.
Oh shit!
No, I just remember you and him having like an hour or two long argument backstage once. This is before even the Andrew beef.
So wait,
I don't
Oh
remember.
yeah, Johnny got angry because like Monster fell out with the terrorists and stuff, and Johnny was like angry for no reason. Just didn't involve him. And then Johnny got angry at me again because I didn't rate him out. This was like maybe after we won the Champions League. Yeah, this was after we won the Champions League.
So where did you Prime? Where did you find him? Spaces?
Where did I find you? I don't know. No, I was streaming on Twitch and stuff, and then I was also doing streams on Monster's channel for games, like watch along for games and stuff. And I don't know where I found him on Twitter. But Johnny wasn't bad. Johnny was never like this before. And then
he was chill. He just spoke about Mount too much.
And then
That was it.
he sucked Mount's dick, but he wasn't like like that bad.
Mm.
And then I don't know, it became a gimmick.
No pause
And
there.
then he took it too
Yeah.
far.
Jesus.
No, I remember he used to say he was the next goals.
Yeah, he probably saw the YouTube landscape and was like, if I'm just super outrageous.
Yeah, and then he took it too far. And then Scott called him a pedophile, and then like he snapped.
That was unbelievable.
I'm blaming
Yeah,
Scott.
that video was insane, bro.
Hey, no regrets. That was unreal.
Hey, yeah,
I think out of context still has it. Let me see
if you hadn't called him a
pull that
pedophile,
up, man.
right
What the
now
hell
we
is-
would be having Johnny versus Jimmy Split TV discussion. It'd be Johnny versus Jimmy right now if Scott hadn't called him a pedophile.
100%.
No, he fell out with me because I started cussing Mountain Havertz out.
Yeah, so Scott ruined a genuine generational levels entertainment right there.
Apologize, but I'm also not sorry because I needed to be.
Hey, Jimmy
the
versus Johnny.
the beautiful game
Jimmy
is right,
versus
man. It's
Jimmy
Scott's
versus
fault.
Johnny versus Scope XL. I would have been there.
No, to be fair, I wasn't even the first person to call him that. The first person was Andrew that called
Andrew,
him.
yeah, that was Andrew.
Oh yeah, I remember.
That was the first one.
Andrew so calmly said, "Oh, and you're a pedophile." So calmly.
Oh, I think I found it.
All right, let me mute.
One sec.
And we didn't interrupt. I can finish. No, I can finish my damn points without you butting in all the fucking time.
Oh, crybaby.
Hey, go touch little kids again.
Oh, whoa.
Relax.
What's that, Scott? What's that, Scott? What's that, Scott? Get him out of here, bruv. Get him out of here.
When
man.
you've
You
got,
fucking little prick.
when you've got other issues
Bruv,
in your team that we
don't
need to
worry
fix,
about it, mate. Don't
when
worry
you've got
about it, yeah?
other issues in our team we need
I ain't
to
having
fix.
that. I'm out then. I'm going to leave.
Oh,
When we've got other issues in our team, I've had enough of him. I've actually had enough. I don't care. And the show that this
Fucking hell,
Hey,
bro.
Yo, all I gotta
This
say
is-
is in the Bible it says the wicked flee when no man pursueth. That nigga got out there fast when he got called a pedophile. I don't know. I'm just saying. God dog.
It's fucking insane, bro.
And you're go touch little kids again. Oh.
Bro, it was just the pause as well. It was the pause that just.
I was just like, wait, what? Fucking mental, bro.
Go touch little kids again.
Fuck's sakes. Right, we've been going for nearly 4 hours. Fucking hell, man.
Hey, Johnny,
we're gonna-
you know what? Johnny, Scott apologizes, man. Come back. We miss you.
Well, that's serious. We're gonna wrap up anyway, guys. So big up to everybody that's locked in. Anyone live that we like? Anyone live that we like?
Um,
Rants. Rants is
yeah.
live. Send everyone over to Rants. Everybody head over to Rants. Big up to everybody that's locked in. We will be back maybe later tonight, maybe tomorrow. If not tonight, then check us out on A-Listers at 11, where we probably go into Poch Debate number 942. And yeah, big up to everybody. Like, subscribe, up the Chelsea, and all of that.
Chelsea.